Jimmy Barnes, you are a foul-mouthed miscreant, as you about the bottom of the naughty boy.
What a way to start.
And on that bombshell, good evening.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know if I hope that went well. We can play something else. Although Jason's already heard this tonight.
Jason Chow pisses in a bucket and shits on his cat.
And now Jason's. Oh yeah, this has got off to a brilliant start, hasn't it? Jason's camera's died. He has been having problems with his webcam, and he's obviously not upgraded it yet, even though he said he was. He's such a tight ass. Good evening, Rach. I'm all right, thank you. Hope you're well. Yeah, you're gonna have to reset as well. Bloody hell. I thought I was really early to be sort of setting up and everything as well tonight, thinking, let's get everything in place. And look at this. Absolute shambles from the word go. We're waiting for Wayne to get in. He did get in on the panel before we went live, but there was no sound, so I think he's meant to be resetting. And now Jason's camera's decided to go on the fritz. Wonderful. It's going to be one of those nights, I think. Rach, you good? Thanks. Apart from your back, yeah, I've had a bit of a twinge today, funnily enough. Right, Jason's back, and let's see what excuses he's going to make about his shitty webcam.
No excuses. It's a pile of old cack.
You said you were going to replace it.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't got around to it yet. I'll see if I get one tomorrow, actually. I might be able to get one in Arcos or something.
Yeah, that well-known
yeah.
den of...
It's weird, right? For some reason, the USB socket doesn't plug in securely when you plug the camera in. I don't know whether it's because the camera's old or what. I don't know. It's really weird.
How are we doing, Wayne?
All right, not too bad. Is that about?
Ah, there we are.
Hey, it's a squeaky man himself.
Right, midget?
Yeah, midget.
Midget, you're smaller than what I am.
Jason's sexual cans. Oh, Jason, use a glass.
Yeah.
You remind me of that bloke on Instagram who goes to.
Oh, the one you put in your videos, yeah.
Who goes for a pint with Wayne dressed as a clown. Like he's always drinking out a bottle. Although to be fair, Dan L42 does use a glass sometimes. I think. There we go. Look, yeah. Think about just treat us, Jason, like we're your mother, and you wouldn't drink out of a bottle like that in front of her, would you?
Depends.
On Instagram, we've got the DJ Big D saying "boo." Hello.
Hey, Darren. Hello, mate.
That's Jason's friend, isn't it? What's I've been into your streams once or twice before, DJ Big.
Yeah. Hope you're all right, mate. You got over your COVID and everything, okay?
Oh, maybe you didn't want that reveal in
it's all right. He sold a lot of people.
Yeah. By the way, Wayne, how's that bunion? Has that been sorted yet?
What news?
Bunion. I was asking Wayne if his bunion's been fixed yet.
What bunion?
Oh, bunion. I thought you said something about his bum. I thought he was.
Well, I'm not going to ask you if your bum's been fixed.
Well, he might have a bunion. He might have a bunion on his bum. I don't know. Do you get bunions on the bum?
I was going to say to want to check, but I'm not. I don't encourage Wayne to start pulling. No.
No, we don't want the Burger Splats episode all over again, mate. Please.
Well, I think even Wayne's arse would be more preferable side than that. That doesn't mean we want to see it, Wayne.
No. I've been trying to catch up with Darren a bit actually. I've not seen you on stream lately, mate.
Darren, that's his name. Yeah.
Darren.
Should have really done a more formal introduction, Jason.
all the way from.
Wayne says Rach, and then she says, "Geez, Jace, why did your mind go to that?"
I have no idea, Rach.
He's all about the arse, isn't he?
Yeah, well, you know what Wayne's intros have been like lately, anyway.
You're right there, Lord. Like you suddenly sort of like went backwards quite quick. Like
Take up a position. I got a sore arm.
you've got a sore arm, have you?
2 jabs in 2 days.
Yeah, I had my flu jab. That was last week. Yeah, just
Yeah, I
like
had
a week and a
jab
half.
on Wednesday and my COVID booster jab today.
Oh, right. Oh well, yeah. If you've had 2 jabs in like 2 days, then yeah, your arm will be sore. After the flu inoculation, my arm was sore for like a day, and then after that, it was fine.
I had them in the boat. So.
I should have said to the doctor about it.
Oh,
Okay, I forgot to book mine. I've got to book mine.
Yeah. If Jason ever gets famous and you go to get his autograph at a Comic Con, you might as well just take like some sort of medical encyclopedia for him to autograph. Like, cause he's got everything that's fucking in it.
Actually, you say that, I'm only on 4 tablets now.
Doc Cotton's husband.
Pardon me, sorry?
Doc Cotton's husband, that sounded like.
Yeah, Doc Cotton's husband.
Doc Cotton. Bloody hell, let's go back some.
Well, not really.
I thought she was dead.
I know.
No. June Brown, the actress, and is still alive and kicking. God knows how, the amount of fags she smokes, but there we are. But she left the program. She retired like about a year and a half ago, something like that.
Well, she's 94 years old.
Bloody hell.
She's that old, is she?
Yeah, 94.
She might be, actually, now you mention it.
Just checking Wikipedia now.
Oh. Yeah, you could be right. Wow.
No, she wasn't exactly a spring chicken, was she? Let's be honest.
I mean, they say not only does smoking shorten your life, which she's disproving, but also that it stunts your growth. Although I need to speak to Patty Clow and Sue Deacon about all the fags they were smoking during pregnancy.
No.
Smoked at all in their life.
They did smoke, but well, as soon as my mum knew she was pregnant, she stopped.
As soon as she gave birth to you, she took to drink instead.
My mother occasionally has the odd scotch of an
Oh,
evening.
bloody hell, yeah. Oh, where's that J-Splain gif when I need it?
Yeah.
When you were born, she took to drink, Jason. Not like,
yes,
like,
I know what you're saying.
When she puts the Cliff Richard LP on, bloody hell.
Living doll.
It's not very Christmassy, that, is it, Jason?
No, it's not supposed to be. I can't think of a Christmas one that he did.
Oh, I can. I can think of 2 straight away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, Rachel was saying, did anyone watch The Long Call? I have no idea what that is.
No.
I don't know what it is either, Rach. Explain it to us, Rach. You can, give us a bit of a review. No spoilers, though, just in case we decide to watch it.
There's some bloke on the phone going.
Of Jason's creaky chair while you review it for us. You can. Oh, good.
Yeah, no, there's some bloke sat on the phone waiting for BT to answer. A slight snicker there from Wayne.
What the fuck's he on about, Wayne?
Oh, yeah, I think I may have seen the trailer for it, actually. Sounds vaguely familiar now you say about it.
Oh, police drama RTV based on a book. Oh, I'm trying to think if I saw a trailer. No, it's not. It's still not ringing any bells. Yeah. Okay. Good night, everyone. Well,
Yeah.
so any news? God dear, we're struggling with. We had
Yeah.
to jump up to 4. So anyone in the chat and well, it could be us 3 and Rage to be perfectly fair, but anyone in the chat who hasn't spoken yet, please do so. But any news? Wayne, we'll start with you. You went to that was last weekend, MCM, weren't it?
Yeah. It's good fun.
Yeah, I watched your video and left a comment today. It was haphazardly edited, that one, Wayne.
When I was filming that 4 videos that day, and somehow my camera's gone wanky, and
Was it now?
I saw it out now, but yeah.
Was it Wayne's wanky cam?
You will be muted, Jason. We're trying to have a sensible conversation here.
But I was going to November, but I'm not now.
To what in November?
I was going to go to the comic and film one in Olympia.
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Great.
I'd like to go to the Telford one now. They got old Bruce Campbell's going to be there.
Oh, the guy who invented
Evil Dead.
Condensed soup. Brilliant. Yeah, I'd love to meet him.
No, bona fide legend, that bloke.
He can't be a bona fide legend because I don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is?
Evil Dead 2.
The name rings. I've never seen the Evil Dead.
Bubba Hotep.
I've never seen the Evil Dead 2 either.
I need to see a woman getting done in by a tree.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well,
Done in by a tree. That's one way to put it.
You can only be classed as a legend for being in that shit, can you? Really? Come on.
No, it's good. Well, but mate, you know me. I don't like horror movies as a rule, right? But I like Evil Dead 2. It's brilliant.
It's a good film.
I'm sure it is. I just think you're crawling up this Bruce Campbell's arse a bit much, really. I mean,
Fair enough.
The name rings a bell. I can't help thinking I might have seen him in something else.
Yeah, that was it. Bubba Hotep was another one of his. He was in a couple of the Spider-Man films because he's mates with Sam Raimi, who did the Spider-Man ones. Only bit parts, but you know.
So, Jimmy, you going to release that video or not?
I was thinking, I thought a good compromise actually. If we got just a couple more people in, I could live stream it in this.
Yeah, you could do.
That's kind of releasing it, but this obviously you only know that it was here if you came into the stream and you happened to watch the replay. Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see how we get on tonight anyway. I mean, bloody hell, it'll kill 25 minutes, and by the look of things, just everyone's bloody hell. Is everyone out trick or treating a day earlier, Summit tonight?
Something like that, yeah.
Right, bloody hell, grow up. Anyway, I'm going to look up Bruce Campbell. So you had a good time at MCM then, Wayne? Good. Did you spend much money?
About 70 quid.
Oh,
not bad. Not bad.
Nah.
I must admit that mystery bag looked wank, mate.
Yeah. Did you get any auto? I've not watched it yet, obviously. Did you get any autos?
No, I wasn't paying that much. It's none there really I liked.
No, fair enough.
Tom
it's
225 quid.
Who was that?
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, Loki. Yeah.
Ridiculous amount of money.
That's just for a picture, and then you got to pay the same amount for an autograph.
Mm.
So he doesn't autograph the picture?
No.
Only if you pay extra.
Yeah, so if you get a picture and autograph, that's 450.
When you say photograph, you mean a professional one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
It's like you're separated by a barrier.
Yeah.
So that's crap, really.
No, I think the most I've ever paid for an autograph from a celeb is about 35 quid.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the one out that I was going to go to next month, Clark Gregg going to be there, and
This sorry, I'm just changing the subject back to Bruce. He's not been in anything particularly like he's done like voice acting and stuff like. Yeah, but to call him a legend, I think is a bit of a stretch. Although apparently he's in the next Doctor Strange film.
Oh, excellent!
But that's his role hasn't been announced, but he is in it, but that's directed by that Sam Raimi guy. So
Yeah,
that explains that. So it might just be another little part.
Yeah, usually that's what he ends up doing with
Yeah.
stuff now. Is he does just little roles.
Well,
No, Bubba Hotep was okay, but it was weird. It was like he was playing Elvis in some kind of retirement home. And it's all got things to do with mung bean soup, and it's weird. Really, really strange. So the thing, and it was
I feel bad interrupting your conversation now because that was probably much more interesting than that. I know you're on about Tom Hiddleston, about how he was charging for, or I think he's still got a fair few customers. Did you see the lines for him at all, Wayne?
He wasn't there on my day I went, but the lines were, when I heard about on Saturday were big for him.
Ah, well, people wanted to pay for it then, so if he can get away with charging that, but yeah, it's gonna piss off a few people, obviously, but you know, it's still, if the lines are big and people are paying that sort of money just to get his signature, or a photo, or even better,
the price, so it's the Comic-Con people.
Yeah.
When I went,
his fee's obviously going to be higher than most other people. I mean,
yeah.
Like Bruce Campbell, like you could probably get his autograph for 50 pence and a suck job, isn't it, Jason? Well, I think it was Jason who would be offering the gob job rather than. Anyway,
no, I think it was was about 30 something. I can't remember. No, the thing is, when you go to these conventions, if you go in for the early, you can go like about an hour or so early, and you can get a ticket to come back and see the person at a set time. They put you like in a block, so then you're not waiting around so much. That's what we did at the one that was in Milton Keynes years ago.
Well, the one I was going to go to in November, they had Clark Gregg, and he's pulled out.
Yeah, who's Clark Gregg? Sorry,
Agent Coulson.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. I didn't know. I didn't recognise the name.
He's pulled out on his Twitter, but they haven't even updated it on their site, Comic-Con.
No, they don't. They don't, mate. We had that issue with the what am I call it? Birmingham one. Me and Frammers went to, because there was Catherine Tate.
Where did you say that one was?
No, not Birmingham, Nottingham. Sorry, I don't know what I said Birmingham for. Nottingham. Catherine Tate was supposed to be there. She didn't make it.
Yeah, but they did update the social medias and stuff. What they did, which was a bit naughty, was they didn't take her face and Jason Mewes' face off the.
No,
they did let people know. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but you know,
this what is it? London Comic and Film or something? Is it when you're on about?
Yeah.
Have they said anything on social media about it? Because you said the actual guy himself has, but
they haven't. No.
Oh, so they've not even sort of put a tweet or anything out saying
nothing.
Bit naughty, isn't it? Really. I mean, I know they say subject to change,
but they put on their website. He was at the top, but he's come off there. But you go down the site, and he's still down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tacky now.
Yeah. Sulu. Yeah.
Well, a lot of the, I believe a lot of the wrestlers are on going to Telford now.
Yeah. But I'm hopefully going to go to it in maybe February next year. Yeah. Depends what guests they're going to have.
Where, yeah, with the MCM one, where was that?
That was XL Centre.
At where?
XL?
Yeah, I thought it was on later on I thought it was later on next month. I must have got the dates wrong.
Yeah. But
That's a shame. Yeah,
The
yeah, because it's Halloween weekend, isn't it? Well, the one before in this case.
But I've got to admit,
Yeah.
though, the people who do cosplay, I give them credit.
Yeah,
I haven't got the guts to do anything like that. And
no. My niece went. I don't know what she went on cosplay, but I can't remember what she said she was going as. Yeah, I can't remember. Probably some manga or anime related thing.
Well, I've got to admit, the woman that plays Sylvie in Loki, she actually done an extra autograph for that Dan
Yeah.
on eBay towards cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And like his own, it's on like $250.
Yeah. I've seen. I think from you mainly, actually, Wayne. I've seen a couple of updates with like the and everything.
I thought Kenny was still listed on the Telford one. The Sting's not on there anymore. Who else was supposed to be going?
Well, there's gonna be no one from AEW there. If that clashes with Full Gear. I mean,
Yeah,
that.
Well, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy
was
supposed to.
really.
Yeah, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy was supposed to be there as well.
I can't see any of them not being there now.
Yeah. Don't know.
When is it? Oh, I thought you knew. I thought it was around the same time as Full Gear, right? But maybe not.
It is November. It's 20. Hang on, let me have a look a minute. I think it was right probably about when it the weekend, because I've got a funny feeling it's on the 26th or something like that.
27th.
27th, yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw Telford one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it popped up on my Facebook a second ago.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'm going yet, because I still don't know what's happening with my trip, if I'm doing that yet or not.
20th to the 21st.
Is it?
Yeah, because Billy Boyd confirmed.
Oh, Full Gear's 13th apparently.
No, I could do it then.
Yeah. But I suppose there is TV tapings and things as well. I don't know. That's the thing with wrestling. There's no off season, is there? So.
Well, not really, no.
My sister-in-law's going to see the WWE and that.
Yeah, you won't get many WWE ones going because they've.
I think this month.
Who is it?
My sister-in-law. And her partner, her husband, bought tickets for the family, and she hates. I said, "Well, I don't. I don't mind."
Yeah. There's UK tour, say little, just probably about standard size tour. Usual places, I think, Nottingham, Glasgow, blah blah blah. London, obviously.
Yeah. London's the big one, yeah. I keep meaning to go to London, but I never seem to be able to do it. I don't know why.
Rach, not unless Hangman finishes him off. You mark, Rach. Look at Rach Kappa keeping kayfabe alive here in the chat.
We shall see. Yeah. No, we haven't got many people in, have we, tonight? At all.
No. No.
I was hoping we might have, got a few people back and be having a game or something, but obviously not.
No. Got 5 people watching, but I don't know, probably like a couple of bots or something like that.
I expect Darren's probably gone off to do his DJ set now.
Yeah, I think he only said what was it, boo or something? What did he say?
Yeah. Well, then
it went. Yeah, I was hoping we could get to know him, the Big D.
No, he's a good bloke. He likes to have a giggle and he likes to drink while he's playing his music.
Actually, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame he couldn't stay, because I could have done with asking him about his his Twitch account actually, because I thought they
Yeah.
were clamping down on like copyrighted music. And
Maybe
stuff.
that's why it's not been on. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing.
Well, that's all
Maybe.
he does, isn't it? It's not even like he has someone quietly in the background while he streams a video game or something. He's there, like playing well-known tunes.
Yeah. But he's been doing it on and off for years. You know, on various platforms. I mean, Twitch is. Well, he's been doing that for quite a while now, but it's compared to
but
most stuff, it's new.
It would have been a video from Dale actually. I think the last one he put up on YouTube when he was talking about all the rules for copyrighted content on Twitch. How it's so easy to get your channel banned now, apparently. So.
Well, I've not seen him on Twitch for ages.
He's on tonight.
Ah, right.
No, he's still on Twitch a few times a week. Yeah.
I keep missing him, and I never get prompted. Normally, I get prompted to say when he's on, but I haven't lately for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I saw he put it in his group today. He's going to be on at 7:30.
Yeah, same goes for Vicky actually with her trivia things that she does.
Oh,
I've not been prompted for that.
That might have been yesterday. That she did.
Yeah, I think it probably would have been. But no, I don't get prompted for that. I don't know whether it's something to do with Twitch. They've shut off my notifications or something. I don't know.
Well, they're always logging me out. I know that.
Yeah, it's very weird. Don't know.
I've never got on with Twitch very well. As you know, I've kind of tried to use. I know I could probably try harder and maybe be a little more successful, but I can't be bothered. I've got too much else to do, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is streaming to Twitch, but this is about as good as it'll get for me, I think. Yeah.
Fair enough.
No,
I've only just really started using Instagram for like promoting stuff and that, and I kind of get it.
And so far, Jason, you've been the shits at it.
Have I?
Well, you promoted like 2 videos and then you bloody disappeared for weeks.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting to do it. I have done some. I think my last one and the one before that I did some. I can't remember.
No, I'm trying to do this.
Is that the young lord, the lord and heir to the Deacon Empire? There, mate.
Oh my!
He's on some weird game, Fall Guys or something.
Fallout Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
There you go.
Is that one where you've got the weird jointed people and they fall about everywhere?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's your family at Christmas, Jace.
A few years ago, maybe. None of us drink really much now.
The toilet.
I don't. No, I don't drink at all much now. Twitch has been pissing about this week. Ah, right, maybe that's what it is then.
Oh, is it? All right. No. I get notifications for Dale and 1 or 2 others, but
Dale, obviously.
I'm not. I don't think I'll ever be a Twitch user. It's just all a little bit sort of above my pay grade. All that stuff, really. I'm in too much of a comfort zone, just being able to fire up Restream and cut and do this. Although, well.
Yeah.
We've not even got Scotty here talk about his party rings.
Yeah, no, that's weird, isn't it?
Perhaps he's out with his missus tonight. Out with his bird. Yeah.
I think he did say something about he was doing something. I can't remember last week. Well, whenever it was, we did the last one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've not done this. I mean, we did the Crown Jewel thing last.
Yeah.
A week last Wednesday, but. We've not done the Friday night for 2 weeks, so that's what I was hoping. A bit of a break, a week's break.
Yeah,
we might have a bit more action in here, but no.
Well, I could promote elsewhere, but you never know who you're going to get come in.
Anyway, I just want people to talk to me.
Well, no, we don't want to have some blooming spammer come in and start giving us shite like we had once before.
What were you planning to promote us?
Your dad?
No, just on my general Facebook thing. and it is like, and
who's going to pay attention to that?
Yeah.
they might see it. You'd be
Well,
surprised,
yeah,
mate.
your mum might come in, I suppose.
No, yeah, that's unlikely.
No, you will, yeah.
No, but you know, people. I mean, well, those sort of people that would do that kind of thing are the people that got too much on top of their hands anyway, and go looking at random people's links, don't they?
Well, yeah. I don't want to do it with mine anymore. We have had trolls in the past, but
yeah,
it's this sod's law, isn't it? You want a bit of action and a bit of stuff going on, and there ain't any. And then when you don't want any, like that's when you'll get them all.
Yeah. Some
I know what we talk about. We talk about Stormcore's act of kindness. What Wayne sent him. Yeah, that was a nice bundle of comics, Wayne.
It's a fucking descendant going, yeah, laying around. Fuck it. Spare the moment.
Yeah. I've got
so I do when I give things away. It's just spare the moment thing. You know,
I've got to have a look, see if I've got any issues of The Boys left, because Leroy was expressing interest in getting the first issue. But it was a free comic book day edition, so it might not be the full thing.
Well, wouldn't it be better something, because I mean that'll have been out a few years now, wouldn't
yeah, quite a long time.
It'd be better to like just get the graphic novel or something like that.
That's what I said to him.
Yeah.
But I thought if I've got some ones that are just lying around and I'm not doing anything with them, then you know. But number one's worth a fair bit of money now. It's like 75 quid, something like that.
Yeah. So if he wants to read the strip rather than like collect the comics as collectibles, then that's all just buy the graphic novel, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's
well, I mean, yeah, especially now you've said that the price of it's quite
yeah, exactly.
Issue one is, why spend $75 or pounds or whatever on issue one, and then you've got to find as well if you enjoy the series.
It depends. I suppose it's a bit like us with the Funko Pops. Some of us would spend a fair old wallage on one we want.
Yeah, I get that, and I know with people like, say, Stormcore, for instance, and I think probably Poptimus to start collecting. They're collecting comic books like they would collect Funko or other collectibles. They're not to be read particularly, but like getting them as like artifacts. But
it's like people.
When you said Leroy wanted to read The Boys, I thought he wanted to read it. He didn't want to necessarily collect and then bag and board it and then or whatever.
But as I said, he did ask me about issue one. But as I said, it's a free comic book day edition. So but no, people will buy first edition books, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
first print.
Yeah, but they won't really read them, will they?
No, true.
A lot of people buy, people buy action figures, but a lot of people, they'll be like mainly kids who actually want to play with them. I mean, I remember playing with my brother and our wrestling figures when I was young, but collectors, particularly adult collectors, a lot of it, they won't take them out of the packaging.
No, they won't.
I've noticed because I've been watching a lot more comic book videos recently. I've noticed it's like, these collectors, not just about Stormcore and whoever else, but I mean, ones in America I've been watching, like, they're spending so much money. It's obvious. You're never even going to. I mean, some of them are like slabbed, aren't they? Which I didn't even know what a slab was until I think Dave's Dungeon explained it. And a lot of them are slabbed. Because they've been graded, haven't they?
Yeah.
And then, you can't take them out of that plastic anyway, can you? So it's obviously not. So what I'm saying is, Jason, if Leroy said he wants to read The Boys,
there's cheaper ways of doing it.
Yeah,
and
if he wants to collect the comics as well, fair enough. But you're going to collect them, and it's a set that's probably going to go up and up in value. He probably wants to keep them nice. So what he's best off doing is buying the graphic novel, which you can probably get for what, 15 quid or less.
I think some of them are expensive now.
Yeah, about 15, 20 quid nowadays.
I mean,
Well,
you know,
maybe a
but
bit
they
more
might
than that.
they might get reprinted at some point.
Yeah.
And there's always like, you know, stuff like books and stuff. If you don't mind the condition or anything, I mean, you can always look on eBay and things like
Yeah.
that. Don't forget.
Yeah.
But with comics, where like it's imperative for a lot of hardcore collectors to, you know, because I was looking at a website which explained about grading and everything.
I'll
and
answer your question in a minute, Rach.
You know, this is all way over my head. This, so
Yeah.
it was interesting though. I don't want to collect comics because for me it's too similar to
No.
collecting records. For me, that is,
Don't-
and
You don't. Yeah.
you know,
Just
and I've not got, you know, there'd be one or two sort of comic characters I'd maybe focus on,
Yeah.
but you know, maybe Batman and Captain America because I do
Yeah.
like both of them.
No,
and
don't go down that rabbit hole,
I'm
mate.
not.
No, don't.
I've got about 1,000 comics.
Well,
I had more than that.
I'm saying,
yeah. Jason's dad's bigger than your dad, Wayne.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, you know, but I've got rid of a lot of mine, didn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway, Rach was asking who's the Red Guardian. It's basically Russia's answer to Captain America, really.
Oh yeah, he was in the Black. I watched Black Widow last week. Yeah.
I thought it was quite. I thought it was quite good, actually.
Yeah, who was it who slagged that off? Who, like, someone like one of our friends or someone in the community?
Don't know. I thought it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, Poptimist. He said it was shit. Black Widow.
Thomas is shit in it, and Ray Winston is shit.
Yeah, I didn't rate Ray Winston as like the big baddie in it. Who else did you say were crap in it, Wayne?
Taskmaster,
Who?
the main villain.
Yeah, no, they didn't do Taskmaster very well, did they?
The task. Yeah. I mean, I'm not familiar particularly with the characters,
nothing.
but I mean, I like Ray Winston in some things, but like I'm watching episodes of Minder with him at the moment, where he's, you know, these are from like the mid-80s, so he hadn't even, you know, he wasn't even that famous then. That's the sort of thing I'm used to seeing Ray Winston in, rather than like him noncing around on a spaceship or whatever it was. But
No,
No!
Again.
Shut up!
fucking hell.
You can like when you watch Wayne and Logan's videos and they're just like bickering and like scrapping and like you think, are they doing this? Are they doing this just for the camera? But then when you look at that, like you can tell they're like that all the time anyway.
Yeah, it might be slightly exaggerated for our purposes.
I don't think it is. They probably tone it down a bit when they're on. I bet it's a right bloodbath most of the rest of the time there in it, Wayne. But yeah, no, I watched Black Widow last week. And another thing I've watched, I finally got around to it. The first, I say the first, but the first MCU Spider-Man movie. You know, it's on home.
Oh right, yeah.
Black Widow, I thought was pretty good. I like. I really enjoyed it. I agree with Wayne. I don't think Ray Winston were very good in it.
Yeah. The problem with
I haven't really got an opinion. You know, it was what
Taskmaster. I've got no problem with the fact that they changed it from male to female. Didn't have a problem with that at all. But I don't think they really encapsulated who the character is and what they're capable of doing. Not really.
As for Spider-Man: Homecoming, I've got because they've got it's Far From Home, the one afterwards, isn't it? That's on that. I've got that in my watch list. I may get around to watching that this weekend. I've got a new Blu-ray that you might be a little bit interested in it, Wayne. I'll show it you in a sec. That came in the post today. I'm going to watch that tomorrow. But Spider-Man: Homecoming. Yeah, parts. I thought I would enjoy it more than I did. I don't know. It just felt like when I started watching, it kind of felt like I'd missed the film somewhere. It felt like I was like joining a sequel or something.
Yeah, if I remember it correctly, I feel like you're coming halfway through the story.
Yeah, it's like I suppose if I managed to watch that right after I watched what would it have been Civil War or whatever it was for the first time, I think it would have flowed a bit better. But probably because
Yeah,
of
maybe.
the contrast and like now I suppose I've watched Black Widow out of order, but that felt more like a kind of self-contained thing anyway for
Yeah,
me.
well, yeah. I mean, it's
But I
about
was referring to or whatever the events are. Don't forget, I've only watched all these MCU films once, so I'm probably getting things wrong about what the timeline and the chronology anyway. But yeah, that Black Widow felt like something. It did feel like a film that it didn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered if I'd not seen anything in the MCU.
No.
I'm glad I had. I know I got a lot more out of it because I was familiar with the Black Widow character, certainly, and I liked. But yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming. It was worth watching, but I don't know. I was expecting it to be better than it was. There was just something. I felt it was lacking something that was, and I'm trying to put me.
Well, I'm looking forward to the 3 sort of interconnecting runs for the next phase, because you've got what was it? Ant-Man and Wasp. What's it? Quantum Verse or whatever it was called.
Quantum Verse, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then you've got Spider-Man: No Way Home. And then what's it? Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're going to see multiple characters turning up.
I'm going to have to just interrupt you briefly here. Have you seen the score? Wayne?
No, we probably lose.
You know what match it is tonight, don't you? It's happening right now.
QPR v4 ship on TV. Oh, we're winning. That's good. Because we've won.
Bloody hell! Like, you think you'd be more pleased about it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. He's such a devotee, isn't he?
No, we're rubbish on.
We got bloody absolutely arse raped 5-0 the other week and all. By Fulham.
Oh, you're such a way with words, mate.
Rach says she didn't enjoy Spider-Man: Homecoming. You prefer Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Thor new movie next. Oh, is there a new Thor next year? Is it?
Oh yeah, I think that's connected as well. Was it Love and something or other? Love and Thunder? Something. Yeah.
Oh, that's next. Oh, there must be quite a lot coming out next year then, because there's got Doctor Strange.
What's the next TV series? We've What If was finished a little while ago.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
It is Hawkeye. Yeah. Ah, right. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, it's what we've talked about a few weeks. I think there's going to be too many of the TV series.
You may want to see Shang-Chi before you see Hawkeye TV series.
Well, they're bringing that up on Disney for free.
Yeah, Disney Plus, Shang-Chi. It's sometime in November. It's coming on, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a good film as well. I saw that at the cinema.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. So yeah, I will watch Shang-Chi. I mean, like I say, I've done one of the Spider-Man now. I've just got one more. That's on Netflix though, not Disney. And I did Black Widow. Like, what was that? About a week ago, I think.
Yeah, I think you also may, if you haven't seen it already, you may want to see. I think it's Iron Man 3.
Oh yeah, I've seen
as
that.
well.
I've seen.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, all the MCU that was available on Disney Plus. I watched in their recommended timeline order.
Yeah.
Which I think did help. I mean, apparently their timeline order's a little bit wrong, but if you're a Marvel nerd, I mean, fair enough. But me, I was just a guy who wasn't even interested in superheroes and stuff. Just saying, I'm going to watch these, and then I'm going to know what people are on about now, and I'm going to maybe appreciate some of these Funko unboxings a bit more as well. Anyway, Wayne, I want to show you my new Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'll show it you. I'll tell you the price. So it's about one of the cheapest Blu-rays I've ever bought. It cost me £1.85.
Bloody hell, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to be of any interest. In fact,
did you
of that much interest to Wayne.
Did you get it off that site that you said about?
No, that's off eBay.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, lower it on it. You can't see it very well.
Sorry,
not too much
glare. I know there's glare because you see that?
Believe in miracles.
I believe in miracles.
Yeah, it's the remarkable story of Brian Clough and his European Cup winning team.
Oh, right.
Don't you wouldn't care, Jace?
I love Brian Clough.
Yeah.
He was a legend. I'll give him that.
I think I've actually seen that. This was on TV a few years ago, but I was looking for. I don't know. I looked up Nottingham Forest on I didn't even specify what I was looking for. I just thought I'll see if there's anything interesting to do with Forest on eBay, and this came up and it was in an auction, and then it said you can make an offer before the auction ends, and I just thought, well, I'll offer a little bit. And then there's a bit more in postage, and then £3.50 including postage, and so yeah. I think I've seen this, and if it is the one I've seen, it is a really good documentary. If it's not the one I've seen, and it's something new to watch. So I don't. Either way, really.
It's a documentary as opposed to a biopic.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Biopic.
If you want to see a biopic with Brian Clough, then watch The Damned United, which I'm in.
Yeah. Who on earth would be able to do him justice?
I'm in that. Movie star.
One of the best is actually a game, Nottingham Forest v QPR, and he came onto a pitch and smacked a fan.
Oh, was that against Queen's Park Rangers? Was it that? I remember reading about it when he gave a fan a clip round the ear. I didn't know it was a QPR game though.
Yeah. But I did. He should have been English manager.
It's like somebody's dad, isn't it? All right, behave yourself, sunshine.
Yeah, clip round the ear. God, you don't hear that phrase much anymore, do you?
No, not really.
Yeah, so I mean, as you know, I occasionally do documentary reviews, so I might do one on this because, I did one. If you remember, I did one about the Jack Charlton documentary that's quite a new thing. I think it only came out last year, and then BBC showed it a few months ago. And the trouble was, I enjoyed watching it, and I enjoyed the documentary, but a lot of the people were like, "Oh, I don't really want to watch." Not my review, but they don't want to watch the film itself because it was touching upon Alzheimer's a lot. And then everyone else. Well, I'm not interested in football. I'm not interested in sport. So I'm not going to watch it anyway. So
Scotty's in the house,
and Starfam as well. Hello, Andrew and Scotty. Yes, Wayne.
If you don't watch a good documentary, there's one about QPR called The 4 Year. It's about when the Italians took over.
I might have seen that. Was it on Netflix or somewhere a while ago?
And it was on one of the live streaming and that. Yeah,
it's called is it called the 4 year plan or 5 year plan? Something. I think I've seen it. It's weird because I'm not a big sports guy. I've got a casual, slightly higher than casual interest in football, but generally I if the sport, if there's anything to do with sports, I'm not really that interested. But for some reason, I do really enjoy most sports documentaries, even for sports, I've got no interest in things like F1 and cricket and things like that.
Yeah.
If it's an interesting topic, and something's happened around the sport or inside the sport, controversial.
I can't remember if it was a documentary or whether it was a biopic. The Senna movie, that was quite good.
Yeah.
And
I've not seen that.
Rush?
I've seen a documentary about Ayrton Senna. I'm sure I have.
Yeah, that may have been it.
You did have someone.
They made a biopic as well, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they did. What was the other one they did? Rush. That was the Jackie Stewart versus. Oh God, I can't remember his name.
I don't mind.
Nicky Lauda.
Usually, I prefer a proper documentary that's purely fact, archive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the biopics they skip. Even with the documentaries as well, they skip around stuff.
There's that one. there's that one about the weird amateur wrestling coach who Steve Carell played, and I watched it, and I think I watched it either before or after the related documentary. They're both on Netflix. Oh, what's it? Something Catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember.
I'll tell you what was surprisingly good.
Sorry, Wayne.
The Catcher, I think it's called.
The what?
The Catcher.
It's just called The Catcher, is it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is the biopic was pretty good, one of the better ones I've seen, but also there's a decent documentary that was also available on Netflix at the same time. I think it was Steve Carell and that guy from 21 Jump Street he's been in. You know.
Oh yeah, Justin Tatum.
Yeah, Channing Tatum there. Yeah, him. Yeah. So I've kind of forgot my own point really, but yeah. But that's an example of where like you've got a good biopic, but there's also the documentary that fills in a lot of points as well.
One that I sort of quite enjoyed, obviously it's very tongue-in-cheek, was the Eddie the Eagle one. That was surprisingly entertaining. I thought it was going to be shit.
I watched it. There again, I would like if someone made a documentary about him, and I just happened to see it in a list somewhere on a streaming service. I'd possibly stick it on. So I tend to discover a lot of stuff. Really, I'm kind of like browsing on Netflix for ages, and then suddenly something will come up, and it'll be like, I don't know. About corruption in cricket or something like that. I'll be like, oh, I bet that'll be interesting, and I'll watch it, and I'll really enjoyed it. Even though, like, you know, what I know about cricket, you can write on the back of a postage stamp.
I
don't get how they bloody score the game, and I've played the bloody game at school and things like that. I liked
we said about all that, but I quite like some of the music ones. The one Dave Grohl did, Sound City, that was really good.
I find with music docs a lot of the time that some of them are a little bit too deferential, like they'll just be a little bit too bumlicky at times. It depends on.
Yeah, maybe I can sort of see where you're going with that.
It depends on what it is. It's like a lot of the time it's just like a pure tribute, and it's like anything bad or negative in the.
But no, this was.
Or the group's career.
Yeah, this wasn't so much. Completely. Yeah, this wasn't so much about a band as such. It was about. It was about all the studio, all the famous people that had done it, and I think it was Nirvana recorded Nevermind, stuff like that, and just how it had been left to ruin and what have you. And it was quite good because Dave Grohl was trying to save it. Maybe a little bit self-indulgent on his part. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably a better term. Yeah, they can. Yes, some not all, because I'm well into music and I'm well into documentaries. So if I can find a good music documentary, I'll always watch it. Oh, Chinch is in. Hello, Chinch. Nice to see you, mate.
Oh, hey, hello, mate. Long time no see.
Fuck around the pussy. Sorry, that's just a bit of an in-joke between me and Chinch there. I'm not.
I thought Chinchy would be
passing instructions on for Wayne. I know it's been a while since the honeymoon, Wayne. But I just thought you might need a bit of a reminder how to do it.
No, I thought Chinchy would be on Beardo's stream. To be honest,
it's called Rat Catcher.
Rat Catcher. Yeah.
Well, if you watch good shows, they're on Amazon, and it's like called All or Nothing.
I watched the Man City series of that. Yeah, it was all right. That actually, I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did. That there's been other ones in that All or Nothing strand, haven't they?
Rugby, cricket.
Yeah.
So quite good.
Yeah, but for the series I watched on Netflix recently, I think it's called Bad Sport, and it covered like a different sporting controversy in each episode. I think the third episode was the one I was most looking forward to because it was about when Juventus got relegated. This would have been you'll probably remember, Wayne, about what would it have been, about 13, 14 years ago for like betting irregularities or whatever it was. It was a good one, that, but it surprisingly wasn't the most interesting one of the series. Because like there was one about figure skating, about a figure skating scandal, and that was surprisingly really riveting. That
The one where she got smashed in the legs.
you're thinking. I think you're thinking of like that Tonya Harding thing. It wasn't. It wasn't that. No, it was something that was
They did do a thing of that though, didn't they?
Yeah.
There'll be some documentary about that, and I think there's some some biopic about it as well.
I think there's a movie actually called Harding.
I think what's her face, Harley Quinn's in it, isn't she?
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Scotty says he's got a Comic-Con tomorrow. Excellent, mate. Is it literally just sellers, or have they got a couple of semi-famous people going? Be interesting. You want to take some footage, mate, as well.
Yeah. Hope you get to spend a few quid there, Scott. Enjoy it.
Exactly. Enjoy it. It's good fun.
I think it was Chesterfield Comic Con last week or week before or something like that. I can't get to places like that anymore because it means going on like buses and things, and I'm since my fall and like operation and everything, I can't risk being out sort of and just leaving my arms susceptible really. So
we'll have to take you out some. We'll have to take you out sometime, Jimmy. We'll have to come up and take you out.
Yeah,
even if it's just going round the corner for your usual Saturday curry or something.
Yeah.
You know, just I trust me, I do know how you feel with some self-confidence issues and that. Because obviously, when I had my first eye-op, I couldn't do much, and I won't. I won't.
Pretty bad this week as well.
I don't like going out. I know it sounds weird. It makes me sound like I'm a blooming 7-year-old kid that's scared out of his wits. But I don't like going and walking around in the dark because of my sight. At least not on my own. Yeah, I mean, you're worried about tripping over and hurting yourself again and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I'm worried about anyone sort of walking too close to me on my left side as well.
Yeah,
I've got my bloody eyesight's not making anything easier because
I was just going to say I've got no peripheral vision, so I'm like I'm like that. It's like I've got horse blinkers on.
Jimmy, put some bubble wrap around your arm.
Sounds daft, but I've got another X-ray next week. Last time I went for an X-ray, they said, "Well, if you want to get out more, like you can wear like a bandage, which will be like a bit of an indicator." But I mean, a lot of people wouldn't necessarily notice. I mean, if you're going out in winter and you've got a coat on and everything, anyway, I mean, no one's going to see a bandage underneath it anyway, are they? So, Scotty's going to the con with his girlfriend, so it should be good. Okay, hope you both have a nice time. Rate says there's a movie about it. I'm not sure. Oh, is you on about the Tonya thing? Chinch's never been to a con on the to-do list. Well, I mean, that Telford one, it's classed as Wales Comic Con, but that's a fairly big one that's not going to be a million miles away from you, I suppose, Chinch, although I would say...
It's a good one to go to.
Would that be more sort of near to North Wales or Mid Wales? I don't know. I'm not sure.
I just knew it was Telford. That's all I knew. I don't do the driving or anything. I just get on a train and go there.
Oh, that's the thing. I was great for nipping about on buses and trains up until this year.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose last year I didn't do it. I didn't hardly do it simply because nowhere was open and
exactly.
no one wanted to catch anything bad. But you look forward to 2021 thinking, oh, these restrictions are going to end. We can start doing things again. And then you fucking fall and crush all the bones in your fucking elbow. And Rachel's just saying,
About her
Oh
cousin.
yeah. Your little cousin broke a shot. Oh dear. Oh,
How old is she then?
she had a knock last
Probably
night.
only a little kid.
Yeah. I mean, my youngest broke her leg, and she just about recovered from that when I broke my arm. It was like,
I remember you saying.
my mum had she was going with Alice to the hospital for all these X-rays and stuff, and thinking all that were over, and then like it was my turn after that, and I'm still having them now. I've got another X-ray on Thursday.
Yeah.
I was fed up of her. So like, come on,
poor little mate.
Oh, 11 years old. Yeah. Well, I mean, Alice is 11 now, although she would have still been 10 when she broke it. Fortunately, her leg break. I mean, it was nasty enough, but it didn't need an operation. It was something that.
What did she do again? What did she do again? It was something silly, wasn't it? That she did.
Yeah,
she was just like messing around or something.
Yeah, she was like dancing around because like my mum's got these, those hard floor type, and if you walk on them in like socks or something, it's really slippy. So she just kind of slipped, like dancing about and stuff, and landed awkwardly on like near the ankle.
No, I've been very lucky with that. The only thing that ever got broken, if you can count it as a bone, is my nose.
Well, the missus, she about 3.5 years ago, she the trampoline parks. Down there with the kids, and literally came back from Wales. 2 weeks later, we'd gone there, and my sister was like, "Oh, can you go and look after my little one?" So she did in 5 minutes. She broke her ankle in 3 places and just had 3 bones in her ankle. And she still can't walk properly. She goes down to town, and she's wiped out the next day.
Yeah.
And she had to spend 10 weeks at her mum's. So I had to come home, look after the boys, go to work, take them to them, and all that lot for 10 weeks. And then she was in the car for another 6 weeks. She still can't walk properly. She has to have a cane.
Yeah, it's weird how. I mean, when I fell and broke my arm, like I didn't even think it would be broken. I mean, it was painful, obviously, but I thought, oh, well, it's dislocated. But when they told me at the hospital, they just as soon as they looked at the X-rays, it was like, well, this is all smashed up. You're going to need metal in it in an operation, and I'm like, my heart just sank. I was like.
Yeah.
So it's not just a simple dislocation that you can sort out then.
Yeah, is it you got where your elbow's a funny shape now? Is that the actual metal protruding or what?
Yeah.
Because it looks like you've got a big nut or something.
It does. Yeah, because that's my good arm, my good elbow. That's all I'm fine, so I can sort of I can do what I want. And it's this weird thing here that's like sort of not quite the right shape anymore because that's metal there. Even now, I don't even like touching myself. I don't like touching myself. Oh yeah.
When I think about you,
probably would.
Elbow drop the girl to use that arm, yeah.
Yeah.
But me, I've broke like 3 fingers and my nose, and he broke the ankle and that, and done loads of stuff just playing football. But I've torn tendon in my shoulder. And,
well, a lot of us, though, we're all bloody injury prone and got aches and ailments and that. So, aren't we?
I didn't think I was. I know I used to have a lot of falls and stuff when I was a kid, but nothing too serious, really.
I've had loads of scrapes.
I've been quite, up until this year, I've been sort of quite lucky, really. Like any time I had like an accident, it was like very, very minor, and nothing really came of it. And then all of a sudden this year, I absolutely smashed my arm and my elbow to pieces. Like
I should have broken more bones than I actually have. The things, especially when I was a kid, because kids do stupid shit, right? Falling off my bike. I've got speed wobbles, and I slammed the handbrakes on instead of easing them on. Went straight over the handlebars.
That blind git on a bike.
Yeah, well, that was before I had the problems, wasn't it? There's all sorts of falling off of things and all the rest of it, and yet I've been fine. I think the worst thing I ever did was dislocate my shoulder doing judo.
So just I thought of you doing judo.
I was quite good at it. Right. Yes. Admittedly, he relaxed to let me do it, but my sensei, whatever you want to call it, I managed to do. I can't remember what the name of the throw is now. It's the one where you fall on, you stick your foot in their gut.
He's got Mr. Miyagi batting for
No. But it's the one where you put your foot in their stomach and you use their weight against them to throw them over yourself. I can't remember what it's called now. Not Osogari, because that was the inner hip throw.
Short chase.
No, just saying. Yeah, well, I knew stuff.
Chingy broke his collarbone when he was 19. And found out when you're 23. Bloody hell. God. Yeah. So you just had like a broken collar. It's funnily enough, when I was in the hospital for my operation to repair my arm, the guy on the bed next to me had a broken collarbone. He came off his bicycle. And he was supposed to get his operation before me, but I was in so much pain because I'd redislocated my arm overnight before I'd got in for the op. And he was just there sort of sitting quite calmly, like they just said, all right, well, we're swapping you. I can go in before him. So I turned to him afterwards and said, sorry about that. And he said, no, that's all right. Like, I can tell your need's greater than mine. Rach dislocated her elbow when you were little. Yeah, I mean my elbow dislocated because of the arm break. I mean, and that's the trouble. This arm's so susceptible now because it's just been held together by British steel. I don't know if it's British steel.
Do you feel you've got weakness in
it? Kind of. It's fine. I suppose, like I've got mostly most of the dexterity. It's just it doesn't. Yeah. It's heavier now. It's
yes.
That's for sure. It's weird. I mean, it works. I think I keep saying it works about as well as it can. I can hold it up. I can wave. If I need to.
I've still got muscle weakness from around my stroke back in April.
Yeah.
It's better than it was, but I find like carrying things now with that arm is difficult, especially if there's a fair bit of weight.
Yeah. Well, I get told don't hold anything too heavy with your left hand, which I don't. They just say like if you want to practice like getting your arm better, just like use a cup of tea or something like that, which I try and do. I mean, but fortunately, I am right-handed. So I mean, if it happened and it'd been my right arm, then I mean, I'll try and look on the bright side really and think, it's been a complete shit all this, but at least it wasn't this arm.
Yeah,
the left one. It wasn't my arse wiping hand or anything like that.
The one I've been told about for strengthening your arms is getting yourself a lemonade bottle and filling it with water and using that as a weight. And just light exercise. And
it told me to get a rolling pin and just keep pushing.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to get a bollocking off the orthopedist on Thursday because I've not been doing all the rehab exercises that you tell me to do.
You forget.
It's just you have other things on your mind, like you're supposed to do so many things like so many times a day, and it always slips me mind. Let's see what Scotty said because that nearly went off screen. I broke my ankle when I was 9. The break was 2 centimeters away from the plate in your ankle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was similar to my daughter. Really, she was lucky that her break was one that, as long as she kept getting it monitored and stuff, it was one that healed on its own. But I think there's such a fine point for a lot of bones. Like if you just go a few millimeters in a certain direction, it can be a completely different result.
It's like my dad. He used to do motor racing when he was a teenager. Crashed, and the seat crumpled back. He's in pain. 4 months later, went up to the hospital and said, "You've broken your back."
Oh, bloody hell.
And if they'd done an op, it would have been like 10% successful. So they said, "No, I can never play fight with my dad when I was younger." And if they said if they operated like 10 years ago it'd still be like 7% successful. So lived with a broken back since he'd been like 18.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, right. Rather than turning this into a blooming flipping episode of Holby City, another subject.
Your fault, Jake. We look at you, a man who's like permanently walking wounded.
But you say all that, right? By and large, right? I'm all right. I'm not crippled. I'm not. I'm still able to get around and do stuff. I've adapted.
Well, that's a funny story about a blind person. Right, my brother-in-law is blind, right? And he went out with his mate who's blind as well. They've been to the pub, gone to the bus stop, and he goes to his mate, "Look after my jacket." And they say they jacket, and someone's walked off with it. So always done
it. Would they?
Yeah.
Right,
that'd be me and Jace with my failing eyesight. If we were to be the blind leading the blind, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, the funny thing is though, right? I mean, obviously, it's not so bad for me because I'm not completely blind. But when I got drunk, I actually felt more comfortable walking around than I would do normally. It's really weird. I don't know why.
No double vision.
Chinchy's off to watch The Good Doctor with the missus. Nice to see you all. Yeah, nice to see you too, mate. Thanks for stopping in. Try not to be straight. Yeah. Well, yeah, we do this most Fridays, so feel free to come on in and say hello whenever you can. Cheers, Chinch. Nice of you. And I will try and pop into your Twitch streams more. I've not been doing a lot of much on Twitch.
Yeah, I've never been on one. I must do that
a little bit earlier on. So cheers, Chinchy.
Cheers, mate. You have to give me the link, Jimmy.
I thought you might. I thought you might be subbing.
I might be, but I don't remember. I don't ever remember seeing them live.
Remind me. I'll send you the link over.
Well, if there's anything like he is when he plays with games with Dale, it'd be blooming hilarious.
Yeah. Chinch is a good lad. I think that Welsh Twitch contingent, they're all a good bunch of boys, really. Yeah,
they're just having a laugh, aren't they?
They're Welsh, so we have to give them a little leeway, but but then again, Wayne's Scottish. He don't want to admit it, but and we let him on here, so
I'm not Scottish.
Wayne, like your name Deacon, right? That's a Scottish name, I'm certain it is.
It's probably your ancestors, mate.
If you research your family tree far enough back, you would have some Scottish in you. I'm convinced of it.
Well, I say
you want to wear a bloody kilt anyway.
I'm born in England, so I'm English.
That's not how.
Yeah, but when Kiri random said the same thing, you said he should be deported. He even likes to remind people he's British by his channel name. He likes to be known as UK Random, even though really it should be Greek Cypriot Random, really, shouldn't it?
Greek Cypriot Random.
Yeah, Chinchy's not been on Twitch lately much times. No, I didn't think I'd seen, because I do get notified when you go on. I didn't think I'd seen a notification from you for a little bit. Yeah, no problem, mate. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Wayne, are you? Yeah, I think if you went on Ancestry or something and did your family tree, I don't think you'd have to go too far back on your dad's side. Maybe your mum's side as well. I don't know. For all I know, your mum's maiden name might be McDougal or something like that. I don't know.
My dad's dad is his real dad is an American soldier.
Oh.
And so you never knew him.
Oh, so it'd be a bit, it might be a little bit tricky to, so you've definitely got some Yank in you then,
Yeah, but then, you've only got to get some Scott go over to America anyway.
Yeah.
Because my dad's aunt married his stepdad.
Right. Yeah, it could be quite complicated then. Yeah, so yeah. So maybe Deacon Lane maybe doesn't stretch back to the Highlands. But Wayne, it's your own fault. I mean, like, I see a picture of someone in a kilt, and I automatically think they're either Scottish or they're having kind of like a Scottish-themed wedding or something.
Yeah,
like
Wayne, one of your intros, mate. Right, get yourself a kilt and a pair and a set of bagpipes. Yeah. I'd pay you to do that.
Oh, there you go.
Not the whole fee, but I'd make a contribution.
Don't worry, there's a weird one coming up on Sunday.
All yours are weird, Wayne. Bloody hell. One
What's that? The one I've just seen where you
figure out what the hell you were playing at.
Yeah, there's one.
You'd sort of set your camera up, your camera down on the floor somehow, and
is that the one where he's mincing off down the hallway?
Yeah.
I've just watched that. What the hell's he doing now?
I was like, worried. I was like, oh, Joe, what? Fuck it, let's try to say something funny.
I will admit.
Why not?
I will admit, for a family friend, when she had her 60th birthday, I think, or was it 50th? I can't remember. The old Guinness advert where he's sort of dancing about on his own, trying to get the pint.
Is that the one where it has like that sort of mambo type music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that. I reenacted that for somebody.
Oh God.
That is weird. But then you know what I'm like, so.
Yep. Yep.
No,
the other day, why Broadmoor haven't recaptured you yet? I don't know.
I know. Well,
it's a good laugh. If I can make people smile and laugh on the channel, so be it.
It's exactly right.
Indeed.
I don't mind being a bit of a tit if it entertains people.
Well, yeah.
You know.
If you haven't any shame from saying, "Oh, she did," all the time.
Well, hey, that's.
I don't mind the orange scissors too much, but I think when you start doing it with your own house keys, that's just.
It's taking the piss out of myself, isn't it?
Yeah, but
no,
I just want to reach the screen and throttle you. To be honest, mate.
No, it's when Lee does his Funkos in the field, though.
Well, yeah, that's your fault in a way because you sent him those little scissors.
That was just, I had to. It had to be done. It had to be done.
Oh, no way you could take that great big Rambo knife outside because I don't think it's the law to take that out, wouldn't it?
Get arrested straight away.
Plus, bloody hell, he's not exactly safe with it indoors. Can you imagine?
It's almost as bad as
opening a box in a field. Suddenly got some sunlight or something in his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus,
you should. They should do a cringe compilation video, right? Of me, Logan, and me, Lee, and Logan all opening boxes with our various implements of mass destruction.
Yeah, when you were doing yours.
Try not to cringe.
When you were doing yours in the masturbatorium all the time, and like you do it like kind of off camera. You'd be like down here, and it's like sometimes it looks like you sort of like trying to pop your own cock off. I can't get in here. Oh no, it's difficult. Bear with me. Although I don't know, maybe it's because it's me, and I always cut a lot of that stuff out. I don't know why more people like don't edit their videos where like they're just not spending 5 minutes cutting a box. Like,
I do edit a little bit. I'll sort of speed it up or something like that.
I've done the speed up thing sometimes, but like even then I think, well, it's the same thing every time. Like because I do so many unboxings, I think, well, I don't need to be like cutting the box open like I do and showing it in full every single bloody video. Scotty, sadly to say, I'm away to try and get some sleep. See everyone. All right, thanks, Scott. Enjoy the Comic Con.
Let us know how it goes.
Give us an update or something on Instagram, or if you're going to do a YouTube video, we'll look out for that. So enjoy yourself. But no, yeah, box cutting. Like some videos I've watched, and it's like most of it has just been like sort of silence and someone there cutting a box open. It's like. Well, if you're not going to cut any of this out, you're not going to edit your video. At least, like talk a little bit while you do it.
Yeah, I try and talk when I'm opening it, even if it's a load of inane waffle. I still try and talk.
Yeah, I mean, I try and what I don't always remember, but I try and talk about like sort of prices and things like that. But even then, I'm still cutting a lot of it out because I don't like sort of long sections where there's no actual words or anything.
Yeah, I try and if I've got too long a gap when I'm thinking about something, I'll try and cut that out as well. Not all the time, but.
Oh yeah, I've done that plenty of times because I've been like trying to refer back to something like an earlier video, and then I've forgotten what it is I'm meant to be referring to.
Yeah. You're there thinking of the name of something.
Camera's still rolling, and I'm standing there for like what feels like 10 minutes, and suddenly it'll come to me, and then like it's like, oh yeah, that's like fucking minutes I can cut out straight away.
Yeah. Definitely. Yours is weird with your editing, and I know why you do it, right? And to be honest with you, I don't really know. Not on here or anything like that. I don't notice you stammer really. Right? I know you say you do, but I don't know. But you get your videos and you see that, and it's like it's like you're doing the robot or something almost.
Yeah. A lot of jump.
Well, you're on time lapse.
Yeah, I know. I know I don't do as many like. It's because I don't like sort of long pregnant pauses either. Like other people, it depends who it is I'm watching. Like, trying to think of someone who's like quite quiet in a video, but I think it works well. Someone a bit like I don't know, maybe Wayno's World of Pops, for instance. Like he's someone. I like Wayno, and I mean, I know Wayne's good friends with him as well. The one thing I did complain to Wayno about recently, and I think he knew it anyway, was that a lot of his videos look too dark because he's filming them in his room, his bedroom, or wherever it is, like quite late on at night, and the lighting.
Well, I do worry about that with mine.
Recently, I said, "Oh, you ought to think about putting a ring light somewhere, just so that you're better illuminated when you're doing these night videos."
Yeah.
And he's someone who can like, I don't know, like just the way like his videos are always sort of fair, even like the ones where he's trying chili sauce and stuff like that. He's quite quiet and a bit of a calming presence, and I quite like that. But I don't think that sort of style suits everyone. Like, for instance, if Wayne came on next week and he was doing like a really hello, I'm Wayne, and we're gonna do a nice calm unboxing today. I mean, you'd just be like, what the fuck's going on here?
It depends
who it is. Like some people, like different styles work well for different people, I think.
One thing I can't stand is people are talking, they got music all over it.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I can think of a couple of people. Now I do like to use background music, but I always knock mine down really low. I try to.
Yeah, you have to.
Like I think once or twice I've sort of not forgot, but like the levels have been like unexpected, and then like in editing it seemed all right. In fact, it's been too loud.
Yeah,
but generally,
your videos are one of the few that I don't have to turn up.
Well,
I think you've got your levels pretty much spot on.
Well, I do. I have got a little mic that I plug into my phone though, so that does amplify my voice, so that helps. But yeah.
I think I've got mine, but I was watching some of my old ones actually, and you know what you used to say about the intro being too loud.
Yeah.
And I think I've got the balance right now.
Yeah. You just if you can remember what level it's at, what number or percentage.
I always leave it the same now. I've got a template. And my voice I think is fine at the level that it records at.
It is now. Now that you're recording in your bedroom, but when you were doing it in your kitchen, Like it sounded like you were sort of broadcasting in a church hall or something.
Yes, yeah. Well, I can understand that.
Well, I never really said anything because I kind of got used to it. It was like, well, this is Jason wants to be in his masturbatorium for all this, so let him get on with it,
That's such a brilliant name.
Andrew the Star Fan, what do you think of all the ads on YouTube, and does it take away from watching videos?
I don't get a lot of them. I don't get a lot of ads. I don't know why. I know why. I know why, because I'm on premium. That's why.
Yeah, that'd explain it. Yeah.
No, it's again. My mate who gives me all the free stuff got me free premium account.
Are you monetized, yeah?
Sorry?
Yeah. Well, yes and no at the moment, because YouTube have decided to start playing silly beggars with me right at the point of me being paid out as well. Like, I think they've done it deliberate. Like they've kind of screwed me a little bit. YouTube. I've not talked about it because it's not what I'm about on my channel. I'm not coming on to this video is me having a rant about YouTube and how unfair they are, but because I do it as a hobby. I don't do it to make money. I mean, I haven't made any money from YouTube, even though they do owe me some. Because you're meant to get paid, like when you monetize, you're meant to get paid out to every time you hit £60 in ad revenue. And what did YouTube do when I was like at £58, £59? They sent me an email saying, you've got too many videos that use copyrighted material. We are demonetizing your channel. You may be able to reapply next month, but it seems funny because I've always had. It makes no sense. I mean, I was actually talking to my mum about it. Like when this happened, like a couple of months ago, I think. And I said it seems a bit of a coincidence that right when I was about to hit the £60 mark in my AdSense account, like I'm literally like about £1 away from £60 in there.
Yeah,
that's money. That's my money that I've earned from being monetized, and they won't give it me because it's not at £60. And now they've demonetized me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to access that. I can try and reapply for monetization, but the thing is, they've sent that email now saying you use too much copyrighted material. They're referring mainly, I think, to all of the Top of the Pops videos and stuff. So they're basically saying take down like a load of your content, or a lot of your popular content as well, and then we'll think about monetizing you.
It's funny. It's funny what you get the copyright claims for, because you know that I never used to get copyrighted for my intro music, which I've had for ages, and then suddenly, beginning of last year, whenever it was, I started getting copyright claims, and I put in a thing of that clip of Uncle Buck, and they didn't say shit.
Yeah, it's inconsistent at best. What annoys me is like YouTube have always known. Like every time I put a video up and it's got either, if it's Top of the Pops, then I'm going to get like about 6 emails straight away saying copyright claim, and that's fine. And I know a video like that can never be monetized, and that's fine. But I've got plenty of other videos that I've not used any copyrighted audio or video in, and they've just said no, you can't monetize them now because they're saying generally, like, they're being like, they're being really sort of harsh about it. I'm not trying to monetize everything because I can't anyway. Their system doesn't allow me to. I'm just trying to monetize the stuff that's allowed to be monetized. Yet they're not do that. And I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute. Like, are you doing this because you know that you need to pay me out for some ads soon?
Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. It just seemed a real coincidence. Because, I've got 60 quid near enough sat in my Google AdSense account. That's mine. I earned it. And the thing is, like, there's still videos playing there's still ads playing on some of my videos. If you go on the one I've uploaded today, it's only a smule, but for some reason that was able to get monetized, even though a lot of those you're not allowed to because obviously they've got music in them.
May I
every time I play that, a couple of ads come up before it, but I'm not getting any revenue for them now.
So how
who's that ad revenue going to? I just think it's Google being greedy cunts, aren't they?
Well, so basically.
How long did it take to rake up that £60 then?
Took a long time because my viewing numbers are never massive, so it's. I think like before they changed all the rules a few years ago, and like anyone could be monetized back in the day. I think I was up to something like £10 or £15, like from donkeys years ago. So like, and then like I've made like another 40, 45 quid in like the last year and a half.
If that's the case, then I must have.
It sounds all right, but think about it. But like, if you're like someone who's on 1 million subscribers and it's your living basically, so it is important. I can see why a lot of people who do YouTube for a living, they are really, really careful about using copyrighted content because every video that they put out, it's like their livelihood that they need that ad. I don't need the ad revenue because I'm only doing it as a hobby, but it's still unfair because I've still earned that money from allowing advertising on my channel. And they're not giving it me. And if I try to reapply at the moment, they said like after a month you can reapply, but it was like it seemed a bit sort of like under sufferance. Really.
It makes you wonder if they'll reset everything though.
Yeah, so I'm just leaving it at least for the time being. I mean, I don't know if there's a way I can kind of like get in touch with someone at Google and try and claim whatever money's in my AdSense account because it is mine. That they owe that to me, but their rule is we don't pay out until you've hit £60.
Yeah.
Or if you're a big YouTuber, it's like, well, you just get paid out every month or every few weeks, whatever happens. But for like smaller YouTubers who are monetized, people like me who are like 1,000 and over, it's like you have to hit £60 in your account, and then they'll stick it. They'll do a wire transfer to your bank account, and I'm on something like 58 or 59 something and it won't go any higher because they've demonetized me.
Yeah.
But you still seen ads on some of my videos, like my older ones that I'd uploaded before all this happened.
I did wonder, right? Because we started around about the same sort of time, didn't we, with YouTube? Or did I start before you? I can't remember.
Well, it's a bit of a complicated thing because my YouTube channel's technically existed since like 2009, but I went through so many periods of just never hardly doing anything with it.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't.
I never thought of myself as a YouTuber per se until maybe 2017, but more like 2018, really.
No, the reason I asked because you said you've got monetized, right? Before they changed this, the 1K and 40,000 hours or whatever bloody nonsense it is.
Before that, anyone could be monetized.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think I ever got any money from it, right? Or nothing that was indicated. So I wonder if I've got, like 3.
You had to register on something called AdSense. It was all a bit
yes, yeah.
No,
I don't think I ever did that.
If you've got an AdSense account, and if you registered for that back in the day, if you managed to find your login and was able to get access to that, you might find like a few quid or something in there.
Yeah. Right. Well, that doesn't exist anymore, though, does it?
So, do people have to watch your whole the ad for you to get the money?
I'm not sure about that. I don't. So, because it's complicated. So, I mean, some ads, like I've seen ads on some people's YouTube videos. They last for about 10 minutes. Some of them, because they're like little videos, all of their own, little documentaries or something like that. That's technically an ad, and it's longer than the bloody video that you actually wanting to watch. So I'll always skip them that like go on for bloody ages and ages. So
I think
I don't. I could be right. Don't quote me, but I don't think skipping makes a difference. But I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I know some of the. Well, all right. For argument's sake, when I'm playing games on a tablet, some of those are 30 seconds long and you can't skip them. Right? I generally try and have my internet off if I can when I'm playing the game, so it doesn't do it. But I'm wondering if that's the thing. If you leave it for about 30 seconds, it counts. I mean, some places it's not even the views. I don't know about YouTube.
That's why I quite like these little 5 and 10 second ads that you get on YouTube that you can't skip. You just have to sit through them, but they're only like 5 or 10 seconds long anyway. Because if you've got some of them on your video, like I've watched my own video and I've had them come on, I'm like, oh good, I'm glad I've got these really small shitty little ads because no one can skip them. So I'm definitely going to get some revenue if people are watching that.
Yeah, it's. So as I said, some places it's like a certain amount of time's got to pass.
The ones where you can skip, I'm not sure it makes a difference, but I won't be surprised if it does. Wayne, put it that way.
Yeah. The other one is, and I don't know if YouTube do it. It's not the view; it's the clicking on the actual link within the advert that counts, as opposed to the actual view.
Yeah, I mean, I watch the majority of YouTube on my TV, so obviously you can't click on any ad. Like you just have to sit through the ad. Sometimes it'll let you skip it, and other times you can't, depending on what the ad is. But you can't click to go to the website because obviously it's on your TV, it's on your Xbox or whatever. So it's if you're watching it on a computer or a phone, it's a little bit different. So it's complicated, but. Yeah. Monetization. I mean, I never minded having ads on my channel, but I do think it's unfair that if they're going to demonetize me, they should really take them all off, and they haven't.
No.
That's like because if they're on my video and. If they're on my video, I should be getting that revenue. Doesn't matter what YouTube says, we've demonetized you because you use too much copyrighted content. Well, they're basically trying to dictate how I should be running my channel. The thing is, like Top the Pops things, and they're always a bit of a minefield because I never know, like, even though I've downloaded the episode from YouTube, like, it could still be one that, like, I need to, like, cut.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand.
Yeah, that's confusing in of itself, but...
Yeah. It's like some people
because it's all copyrighted content for like half an hour.
I think,
but they are at the moment like my regular videos, the ones that like I do. It's like part of this. I don't like calling them a series, but it's like
hashtag episode.
That's a recurring thing on my channel. If you look at my viewing numbers, they're more than the Funko stuff, and certainly more than my record collecting stuff. The Top the Pops reactions are now my most popular videos.
Yeah.
And I think it's those YouTube want me to stop doing, and they want me to take them all down. And it's like, and if I gave I hope this proves that like I care more about my own content than about trying to earn a few quid off bloody Google.
Yeah.
Because if I were like, I've got to be monetized, it's the most important thing to me, I'd be deleting all them. I'd stop doing the Top of the Pop stuff. I'd delete anything else that might have copyrighted audio and copyrighted video in.
The thing is,
desperate to get remonetized. But the thing, I'm not going to do any of that. What it is for me is like, doing formats and doing videos that people enjoy and that I'm enjoying producing.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
I do enjoy doing the Top of the Pops one. I always knew from day one. Well, I can never make any ad revenue on these because it's just full of people's pop music, and that's fine. It's all, and I like to think the viewing figures, while they're not sort of like massive, but I get triple figures for most of them, which is for me, I think, is really good. That to me says that I've got like a regular and a loyal audience for those, and I don't want to stop doing them. Right? If Google don't want to pay me that 60 quid or 58 quid or whatever it is they owe me, then. That reflects badly on them as far as I'm concerned, especially as they're still running ads on some of my other vids now anyway. So,
I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get to that stage where
it's a pain. I mean, I think like if you compared your content and your channel to mine, Jace, I think when it came to monetization and you'd got the requirements, you have to like have a certain number of watch hours as well, which is I think that's part of the problem for a lot of people. I know it was for Leroy when he tried to do it. Anyway, I think with you, I don't think there'd be any issue regarding copyrighted material because I know you use very little. I mean, I know you've been using a little bit in some of your record videos, but you're not putting up like whole half-hour episodes to Top of the Pops that have got like 7, 8 songs in them. But it seems so tight. This like multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they're like persecuting me, like and trying to dictate to me how to run my channel. It's shit. It's shit.
Do you remember when they changed all this algorithm nonsense and what you could have and what you couldn't have and all the rest of it? There was a big thing. There was a big debate about what copyright stuff would be included, wasn't there? And some people were saying that it was going to get to the point that you wouldn't even be able to do unboxings because you're showing copyrighted material, i.e. you're showing products.
I think a lot of that. I remember what you're referring to. I think
it's scaremongering, but
exactly. You took the words out of my mouth there, mate.
Sorry, mate.
A lot of that was scaremongering and people just getting totally the wrong end of the stick, really.
But it does make you wonder where the line is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Why are a lot of the big YouTubers seemingly allowed to get away with it?
Yeah, I mean, I mention him sometimes because he is like the one massive channel because he's over 1 million subs, so I do watch and I'm a patron to him as well. But Take Moan, he did a Patreon update a few months ago, and he was telling people about he did this record player review years ago. It was quite an old video now, and then in more recent times, I think earlier this year, he got an email from Google saying, it was only like a copyright notice, but like because it's his living, anytime he uses more than the required amount of seconds for copyrighted music, he'll always have to take it down and redo it. But
so that's a very grey area as well.
But in an old video, and I remember the video, he demonstrated this vertical record player, and he played, and I think it was literally
you sent me the link for it. I watched it.
3 seconds of Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. And then years later, someone did a manual review and sent him a copyright notice for just 3 seconds worth. And he's and this is someone he's been doing YouTube for donkey's years, and he so if anyone knows what's what. And even he was like, well, I had to mute that, obviously. He just it's so inconsistent, the whole I don't think there's any rules as such, because I don't think Google know the rules themselves particularly.
Possibly not. You've got if you've got one person doing it one day and another person doing it another, then you're not going to have consistency because they'll have their own views as to what is within or not within the guidelines.
Yeah. In my case, it's simple. I know if I put up a Top of the Pops reaction, that can never be monetized because of just all the copyright stuff from start to finish. And that's fine. I do that because it's a fun series.
Yeah.
And it's a popular series. It's actually surprised me how popular it's been. I mean, for views, I mean, some of the comments I get, it's obvious some of my subscribers just subscribe for them, and they've got no interest in Funko or anything else. They couldn't give a shit. But I'll always see them in the comment section when I do a Top of the Pops reaction.
Yeah. Well, I suppose.
But to say to me, I just think it's like so tight of them to say to me, like, oh, we're not going to monetize anything you do now, even though I do put up videos, like mostly Funko ones and a few music ones as well, like record collecting stuff. I just use copyright-free background music and nothing else.
Yeah. Wayne, do you get much issue with I don't know if you're monetized or not. I can't remember.
No, I ain't monetized.
No, I mean, what are you on about 700 and something now, Wayne?
774 or something.
Ah, so pushing for 800. I mean that. Yeah, I mean, you'll be on 1,000 sooner or later. Now, when you get to 1,000, YouTube will probably send you an email. Like they'll probably send out one of their like crappy congratulations on hitting 1K emails or something like that. But they should send you one out saying, see if you can apply for our AdSense program, and basically it means like see if you can be monetized. But I know when Leroy did it, because obviously Leroy, he hit 1,000. It was just before I hit 1,000, and although he always claims now, like, oh, I never wanted to be monetized, but he's talking out of his arse because he was asking me how to do it. And I said, well, you need to do such and such, but you need enough. And he never had enough watch hours, whereas I did. Because I'd watch hours from donkey's years.
I mean,
that was still in the can as far as Google.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't change my channel just to get monetized.
No, and that's basically what YouTube are telling me to do. They're saying, oh, if you want to earn a few pet, because like that's all. That's what I'm saying. It's like 60 quid from like, years and years, really. I mean, that's like, it's not, it's not exactly me. So, it's not exactly me winning the lottery, is it?
Yeah, you've like had £5 in a year or something.
Trying to get 60 quid off them. Fucking hell.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
1-1, by the way. Finished. Last minute goal.
Yeah. Callback, 90th minute. Oh, excellent.
Copyright strike on mine. That's it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll ever get a massive amount of subs and viewers because of the nature of my channel. Because obviously I do effing blind and all the rest of it and da-da-da-da-da, right? But again, I mean. I probably over exaggerate what I do. I'm not quite as uncouth and like that when in general public, shall we say? But
yeah, you are.
I did it because it was a bit of a giggle, right? And people have got used to that. So why should I change it just to become more popular?
Yeah, true.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily YouTube would want you to maybe change one or two things, like they wanted me to change like certain content that are published. So it's a form of control. Like YouTube was set up so that people could express themselves in video form in whatever way they wanted to, and now it's just like, everything's all about money and about big business, and you've got to play by the rules. You can't do this. You've got to do that.
This is why I wish.
Like, if you start worrying about all that stuff, and I know a lot of people do, but for me, if I personally started worrying about all that kind of stuff, then the enjoyment from the hobby, and that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got to, no matter whether you're at 1,000 or if you're at 10,000. Like, or 1,000,000 or 100 or whatever number you're at, you've got to. The important thing first and foremost has got to be your enjoyment of doing what you do. And if you're spending on your hobby, then and you're getting something out of it, then that's what's important.
I tell you what, I didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't go, blabbing, blow my own trumpet or whatever, or anything about that. But when when you get like you said, you get these emails. I think the best one I had was I got some like I reached 30,000 views, and I thought that's quite cool.
Yeah.
And what was it? I've made over 600 videos.
It's the views thing as well. Is it 40,000 you need or something as well as 1,000? So
yeah, but it's within the set amount of
1,000, Jason. You've probably got the required watch. I don't know. I don't need to be fair. Knowing Google, they'll probably change the rules again a couple of times by then anyway. So
I don't know. Sorry, mate.
4,000 hours viewing time.
Yeah. I mean that's over the whole time that I've been doing, obviously, right? Because I think you have to be consistently getting that 4,000 year in and year out. So if you suddenly stop getting, so you go like to 3,500, you stop getting monetized.
No, I've never had any complaints from YouTube. Well, it's not. It wouldn't be complaints, but I've never had YouTube saying to me your view. Even though I know a lot of my Funko stuff, I get my loyal viewers, and they're who I care about. The people who watch every time I put something up. But I know the viewing figures, unless it's some sort of minor miracle, but they're never going to be massive. But I've never had YouTube say to me, "Oh, your viewing time is been very good. We demonetize." In a way, I would have probably understood it a bit more if they'd emailed me and said, "We're demonetizing you because you're not getting enough views generally." But the thing is, I'm getting enough views for that monetization level. Certainly on those Top of the Pops videos, but they're not ones that I'm trying to monetize. It's because I know I'm not they're treating me like an idiot, saying "Oh, you put too much copyrighted material up on your channel." I know, but I never said I'm trying to make money off it. I can't. I know I can't.
Yeah. No. Something I was going to ask you about, right? Because I updated mine. Do you bother much with playlists for your videos?
I say, but I've got them, and I'll stick I've got a Funko playlist. I'll stick all my Funko videos in there. Then in my music collecting playlist, I'll stick all my record unboxings, mini disc stuff and things like that in. And Top of the Pops reactions, they've got their own specific playlist now. And then there's a couple of other ones I've got miscellaneous and things like that.
I don't know if that makes
them, but I don't think. I never think they're massively important because I'm not sure most viewers even bother looking for playlists. Really,
the weird thing I had was to make it easier to add videos. I got this app where you can multi-select all the videos in a selection. So I did a search. So I wanted to do 33s and 45s. I did 33s. Came up with a load, but it missed some videos off the list. I don't know why it missed them off in the search. Because there was ones that I had an apostrophe or didn't have an apostrophe, but that didn't seem to make any difference. Right? There were still ones that even went in and altered the titles to make sure they're all the same. And that didn't seem to make any difference. They were still not coming up. So I had to go through and actually physically find them and know that they were there and then add them myself. It's really weird. I don't know why their search is like that.
Oh, well, I don't know. If it's some third-party thing,
but this is just searching.
Use that Tube Buddy, don't they? And I've never bothered because it's I think for sort of easy access to stats and stuff, something like that.
But there is that.
I'm not like I say, if I get too much bogged down in the statistics and the mathematics, I'll just take enjoyment away.
No,
I like to know that I've got a video coming out, and then to start seeing comments from people who my regulars. If I've put a video out and I've got comments from you, I've got comments from Wayne, I've got comments from, anyone who I would consider a regular viewer and a loyal subscriber. I mean, that's the important thing.
So I just seen what
it's nice to me that the Top of the Pops reactions they do. They're now my most popular series, and they're being watched by a larger audience, but. It wouldn't matter if they weren't. It wouldn't matter if they were just quite sort of low.
I just want to see what I have.
For me, as long as there's a few people enjoying them every month,
I just want to see what Andrew's saying about this. Something about £5 a month.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what. I'm not sure
what is this for?
Andrew. Yeah, some YouTubes use this. Join for £5 a month.
I don't know what that is. It sounds a bit dodgy. I've had.
Well, I don't know if you've tried to post a link and it's not come up. That I think that there might be some block on some link. I don't know. I've no idea.
No, I was going to say I'm very, very wary about any of these things that people say, "Oh, we can help your website do better," blah 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 blah, right? Because it's getting fake subscribers, and I don't want that. Oh, where's he gone?
Yeah, he did say something, but
yeah, I didn't hear what he said. Be right back or something or other. There he is. What happened?
Don't know. Just cut off.
All
right, because we actually say something, we didn't hear what it was.
I get that all the time. People say, "Oh yeah, just put advertise it here and all that crap."
Yeah. Instagram seems to be getting bad for that. For like certain. Sometimes I'll put a post on Instagram hyping up my new Smule, and then I'll get someone like replying to me saying, We're a band, like, will you please like look at our SoundCloud page and something like that? like I'm anyone in the music business. Fucking hell.
Well, I'd like someone to do that.
Here, mate.
Yeah, I'd like someone to do that because it's something else for you to look at. It's more, more content. Right? If they're happy for you, to do it.
Yeah, but I know what Wayne means though, because like I don't know. Like often when like Abby's put a picture up on Instagram, or she puts a lot of pictures up on Instagram, you can tell there's like a lot that replies to her like bots because they say the same kind of thing every time, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you'll know, Wayne, because you seem to like every single post that she puts up. I see you, Wayne. I see you there, like stalking her. I'm stalking you while you're stalking her, mate.
Yeah.
That's like I get saying, "Oh yeah, we like your style sense. Come and help us advertise." I'm like, I ain't got no style sense, so fuck off.
Yeah. But Abby seems to get a lot of these like generic, like, you promote your OnlyFans. It's not always OnlyFans, but promote yourself here. And it's sort of
I actually left
the hashtag she uses. I don't know. I don't understand it. Instagram. I use Instagram because like I was told I ought to, and like I don't enjoy it. A lot of people seem to really love Instagram, like people like Poptimist and Danelle42, Only Pops, and so people are like really sort of make a big deal about posting a new photo or whatever on it, and I'm like, I just use it because I feel like I have to. Like it's just
I got that impression.
Like promoting the YouTube stuff, but I really don't enjoy Instagram particularly at all. No. It's just not for me. It's like I know you see some nice photos on there and stuff sometimes, but but I don't know. It's probably just me really being a bit of a fussy old bleeder. But I'm not that arsed really. Like, I don't even like Facebook, but I feel I have to have it. Yeah.
The thing I was going to say about it is I've actually left groups on Facebook because it was one of these ones like small YouTube community, share your videos, a bit like what I was trying to do with Plug It. But I'm not forcing anybody to do it. I'm not getting anything out of it other than the community aspect, shall we say. But I was posting ones in one group. I can't remember what it's called now. And every time I posted a video, you get someone posting underneath or getting an email or a Facebook message in your private messages saying, "Oh, we're a specialised firm and we can do this, that, and the other. We'll help your channel grow, blah, 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 blah." And I even went in there and I said, "Can you please stop messaging me? I don't want to know, right? I'm doing this naturally, a natural growth, word of mouth. Yeah. I don't want fake subscribers and viewers and all the rest of it. Right? I don't want that. I want people to watch because they want to watch." And they still kept doing it. So they said, "Right, if you can't, I don't want to be part of your group if that's what you're going to be doing." And when you signed up, it didn't say anything about doing stuff like that or sub for sub or any of that bullshit. Didn't mention any of that in the thing.
It wouldn't at the start, would it?
And it was just like, fuck off. Right? I'm doing this because I want to do it, not because I'm trying to make money or become famous. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't count anybody who does YouTube as a celebrity. I just don't.
Oh no, neither do I.
Like bloody Jake Paul and PSI or whatever his name is, or any of that lot.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I don't even know what they're called, so that shows how much.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's how you define the term, really. But
yeah,
it's a hobby, and
yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to get so big that like it's just it's just like a constant headache, because if you get to a certain level and and then you are if you're not earning money from YouTube, then like you're getting you're earning money from like endorsements and things like that.
Yeah, to be honest with you,
I think for me it just stressed me out too much instantly. I just want to stop doing it.
To be honest with you, I think the only thing I'd be well, no, I'm not even that worried about it. It would be nice occasionally to get the odd freebie for review purposes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of things I've turned down because it's been like I got one quite recently, an email, and like there was like this massive list of stuff. It was all like computer related tech, like USB hubs and stuff.
Stuff you don't do.
Yes, and even if I did, I could have got a free whatever. There's so much to choose from, but it was like, I feel obliged to then make a video. I'm like, well, I've got to make a video about a bloody USB hub or something.
No.
I know people do. There is a market for that, but it's not. It's nothing to do with me. That's for sure. So why are you getting in touch with me? Now, if a collectibles company got in touch with me and said, oh, we want to send you a mystery box, or we've got this new, like action figure or something. Can we send you a review copy, as they call it?
Yeah.
Then that obviously makes more sense because, ironically, I'm sitting on the first free gift I got as a YouTuber. It's this cushion here, and I made sure I reviewed it. Yeah. It's meant to be good for your back. And to be fair,
I remember you doing it. Yeah.
Worked quite well. But even then, I felt a bit funny because it's like me reviewing a cushion on my channel. I mean, it's down in my
there's stuff that
various stuff playlist somewhere. But I still felt a bit weird about it. But I did quite fancy trying the cushion out, so I said, "Yeah, all right, then I'll do it."
Yeah. Well, there's stuff I've bought, and I've thought there's no point recording that on my channel. It's just not what I do.
Yeah.
Right. It's a good item. I like it. But it doesn't fit in with my style.
You know me, I do like to branch out and try different video formats and different things. Yeah. Quite often, if I have an idea, I'll run with it and see what happens. But
why not?
It's got to be something that I'm interested in, and I'm not interested in bloody USB hubs.
No.
Even if I got one for free, I could have had one. I could have had one or. The webcams are another one, because I thought of you actually. I'm looking down all this list. Oh, there's some webcams here. I bet Jason wished he got this, because then he could get a new webcam to replace his crappy one. And the thing is, and they're expecting you to do a review on it on YouTube.
Well, I said to you, I got that Samsung phone recently. I haven't put it on my channel. I just don't see the point.
Well, there's
probably people that are a lot more technically minded than me that would be able to give it a decent showcase, shall we say?
Yeah. When I got my new phone, I've had this for I think just over a year, maybe a year and a bit, and I think it was Abigail. She said to me, "Oh, are you going to do an unboxing?" And I said, "No," and she said, "Why?" And I said, Because it's an iPhone. Like, everyone knows what a fucking iPhone is.
Yeah, everybody and their mum would be doing that.
Yeah, I've got a new phone. Like, you know how it works because you've probably got this as well. Anyway, or if you've not got this, you got something very similar.
I mean, the only
it just wasn't. That's not what I didn't want to do that at all.
No, the only thing I might do if you connected with it is. Like a photo showcase or something like that, right? If I'm, I've gone somewhere, not necessarily a vlog, but I'd gone somewhere and I'd taken a bunch of nice looking photos with it, because I can do that now.
Mm.
You know, I'm not gonna sit there and go about the ins and outs. Oh, I use this mode, I use that mode, and I did this and I did that.
Yeah.
I just stick the photos up, put a bit of music with them, and that's it.
Yeah, but I mean, an iPhone unboxing and review—that's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah,
you could find 1,000 of them like within a few seconds on YouTube.
I mean,
and chances are the majority of them are got to be like proper tech geeks who really know the ins and they can explain to you like why the chip in this phone is better than the one in your last phone, and you know they can explain really the ins and outs of it. And all I'd be doing was like, oh yeah, I've got a new phone. Isn't it pretty? The end. Bye.
The only one who does any sort of videos like that I like is our mate Nick with his arcade consoles and stuff.
Mm.
But that's because I'm genuinely interested in that. It's not the tech aspect. It's is it any good? What games have you got? Yeah.
Mm.
How does it feel to actually use it? I don't need to know which blooming ROM or whatever it uses.
You can call it a review, but I suppose it is sort of like
a
review.
Showcase.
Yeah, it'll show like a mini Sega Mega Drive or a Neo Geo Classic or whatever it might be. But he's doing that first and foremost because he's like a retro gamer and he's a fan of old video games. You know, he's not. You know, he's not having a deep dive into the technology that's under the hood or anything because, that's probably of little to no interest to him, really.
Yeah, and to be honest,
technology on the hood of an iPhone is of no interest to me. I mean, as long as it works and it works better than my last phone, and it, I suppose looks and maybe a bit different, but even then,
to be honest, if you're interested in that side of things, you're probably going to go to one of the well-established channels.
Yeah.
Right, and watch that because they, like you said, they know what they're on about. Yeah,
and then, that's another thing. If I start trying to review technology like phones and tablets and stuff, you'd be like swimming in mud or something. Really, just trying to sort of stand out with.
Yeah, I mean, how do you make it different?
Other people who a lot of them probably got subscribers in the millions or the hundreds of thousands.
You could say to a certain extent, right? There's tons and tons of people who do Funko Pop unboxings, right? But I think, I'd like to think, certainly from you guys that I know, even then it's not so much about what you get; it's about your enthusiasm for it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Funko's a different thing. It's obviously showing the figure is the important thing. That's what you've made the video for. But the personality of the person and how when I do a Funko video, I feel like I can do like a little bit of a daft intro or a daft outro because for me, the Funko stuff is I know Wayne would be exactly the same ilk, really. I mean, I like to think that no matter what Wayne was reviewing, he'd do something funny in it anyway. Like he's reviewing like a piece of toast that he'd had for his breakfast. And I know you can't eat those toast.
He's gonna make that video now, mate. You wait.
But of course, you're collecting collectibles, you're collecting dollies. I know I call them dollies, and I'm being a bit facetious there, but I mean they are, figures, collectibles, dolls, whatever you want to call them. But that format, obviously, that's nothing to do with like technology or appliances or gadgets or anything like that. That's all about. That's the collectible scene. That's all
you're still trying to be
your personality shining through for me. Yeah,
you're still trying to be somewhat informative, though.
Aren't you? You stand me for PP Joe, right? I was getting free pop protectors.
Yeah.
And I thought I get something out of it, so I was promoting them. But then, what pissed me off? They cut my discount, but you see people still getting more of a discount, getting loads of freebies to promote when they weren't promoting them, and now they're getting the freebies. They're promoting them more. Like I love A.Boom, nice guy and all that lot. They do these freebies. I'm like, fuck off! I can't be bothered now. You know what I mean?
No, I took the mick out of the PP Joe stuff because I don't know. I felt that you're under some sort of obligation to like do like a pop protector review like once a month or something. Like, oh, this is a pop protector. Here's how you build it now. And I'm like, well, if you've seen that once, then that's really all. You only ever need one pop protector construction video, really, don't you, in your whole life? Let's face it. I was having fun with you there more than anything. You know, I've said it to A.Boom. I've said to him in his comments. I've said like, you know, I can't be dealing with this PP Joe sponsorship thing. I think it's I think it's mostly bollocks, and like you know, and I've just given an honest opinion. It's not been a dig at him or anyone else. It's just been, you know, like. I don't know. I'm not overly fond. I have used PP Joe a few times when I've not been able to get a protector that I've wanted from ATV. But you know, I will try and use ATV. You know, first and foremost when I can. But you know, but they're a company who I prefer to deal with really. But the PP Joe thing, he just irritated me a little bit, really. But it wasn't specifically you. It was
my thoughts on it, obviously.
I've got about 120 free pop protectors myself. So
I mean, you know, I can't blame you for sort of saying, okay, if you want to send me a load of free protectors, fine. It's just For me, I would not like to be under that obligation to be like they're going on about them at least once a month and saying
the other thing is
like their new pop sleeves.
Yeah,
the thing is, you feel next month where I'm going to be basically showing you more of these. And, you know, for me, I'd maybe do it once if like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, ATV don't tend to ask you to do things like that. I mean, they like you to, I think, leave reviews and mention them in videos and stuff, but even then I don't tend to bother.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Because with all that kind of stuff, I don't know. I had a train of thought and I've lost it now because you were yakking. But
I do apologise, Jason.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's me. It's my brain. I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying asked me, is there any mini disc videos anytime soon? Hopefully not too long. Because I've had some more mini discs come in the post. I've had a couple. I've not even listened to them yet. In fact, I'm not going to show them you in much detail because you won't be able to see them very well anyway. But there's 3 here, and 2 of these, like I've had these for like nearly 2 months. I've not even listened to them yet. So you know, there is. I'm waiting for some more stuff in the post, and then hopefully there will be another mini disc video.
Saying about things like PP Joe and all the rest of it, and bits and pieces to do with your collection. I won't show it on here because I've got a video coming up. Very quick video. Jimmy has seen what I've got, but something you might enjoy. It's a bit different, isn't it, mate?
Your cock, yeah. I've never seen one like it. Yeah, in my 41 years. Yeah. It looked
like you get away with putting that on YouTube.
Eyes open, but this close-up you gave me, bloody hell.
Yeah, well, you know how quick I was to edit and take that down and edit it.
Yeah, you weren't that quick because Leroy got in there with all these clips.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I'm still waiting for his Funko news.
Yeah, he sounds like he's trying to plan something for the end of the year.
Yeah, like they're flipping Jason Chloe, it's Escape Wildebeest.
Wildebeest,
I didn't know this. I kept too many freebies.
What's that about freebies? Sorry.
I didn't vote when I had business.
Odin's Vault. Yeah, and they've not started up again yet, have they?
No.
Because they've supposedly been taken over, but Every time I've checked their website, I'll just check it quickly again. It's still like under construction or whatever it is.
Not to promote a big company, but did you see the? I think it was Abby's post on Facebook.
Yeah.
A certain big company are supposedly coming back.
Oh, Toys R Us, yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
Well, I'm speaking more personally. That was in the sun, so I'm going to take it with a fucking shed load of salt to begin with.
Yeah,
B,
a big bucket.
You know, I can't really get out anymore, so it makes no difference to me.
Yeah,
you know, that's like they're opening up a bigger entertainer like a few miles down the road, and I'm like, well, that's nice, good, but it's not going to affect me because I can't really get to it.
No, but I do wonder whether we start getting some more exclusives again, like they still get in Canada.
No, I doubt it. I don't think Toys R Us in Canada have done a lot of exclusives, you know.
The latest one they had was, I think, Jeffrey as Superman.
Mm.
But
so, all right, not
change their price because they're expensive. Toys R Us.
Sorry, what was that you saying again? You broke up a little bit there, mate.
Toys R Us come back. They need to change their prices because that's why they went out of business.
Yeah, I would agree.
No, there's a lot of screen for Odin's Vault, by the way. Yeah, although it's annoying because I had that pre-order message flash up saying if you've got any pre-orders, please be aware. Blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, they should have taken that down. Odin's Vault. I know Poptimus Darren. He wasn't pleased with them because Lee and Abby had done all these videos saying, oh, their packaging is like the best ever. And then Poptimus got an order from them, and it was like pretty damaged.
I'll tell you what.
And then soon after that was like when they closed down anyway. And then I know Darren didn't shed any tears about it.
No, the ones that are doing weird packaging now is quite good. It's old Funko Europe because they're okay. Yeah, there's not bubble wrap, but
I don't mind their packing really.
But they've got those new sort of sunken boxes almost that they put around the outside.
Yeah.
They've got like a groove inside.
I'm always a little more forgiving with companies for box, like Funko box damage and stuff. I mean, maybe it depends what it is and where it's from. I mean, some, obviously, you came completely wrecked. I won't be pleased.
You do very well with pop figures for definite.
Yeah, but to be fair, they'll put it in a sorter, or they'll, and then they've got not the bubble wrap so much, but like the big air pockets and things like that.
Yeah.
And so they're pretty good for.
And also what you said about the damage and everything is they mark it as an 8, and that is like nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, because I always think now, well, is it my failing eyesight that I'm not catching some of this stuff? But like, I take like the photos and like I can see like little nicks and stuff like in the close-up photos.
It's so small.
And I've got the thing in my hand. I can't find any defects anywhere. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what the doctor said.
And they're saying like a 9, and the box is totally fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's like the Blueberry. I went on their site and they had one on there for saying a 9.5, and like the corners were coming off and all that lot. That's an 8.
Well,
it depends. Again, it depends on who's doing the marking.
But I do like them, but they're overpriced.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. I know. I keep referring back to him, and I like the guy, but I don't agree with everything he said because I don't agree with him about Black Widow because he called it shit. But I know Darren doesn't like pop figures. I think partly because of there's this supposed overpricing that's going on, and also I think because like they've run a lot of like giveaways that seem a bit like raffles in a way.
Yeah. Oh well, they are, but I mean.
Yeah, they're a little bit waffly, as he called it.
The thing is though, when you think about it, you get all these pops come in. Oh, he's gone again. You oh wait, shall I wait till he comes back? Yeah, right. No, I was saying they get all these pops in. They know some of them aren't going to sell, so how do they get rid of them?
Yeah,
they stick them in a mystery box, right? They give you a chance of perhaps getting something really, really cool, but the chances are you won't.
Yeah.
Chances are you'll just get like a, £5-10 quid pop.
But if you look at Danny and Jazz, they're linked with them as well. They've now got their own site, Danny and Jazz, but it's all from Pop Figures.
Yeah. I thought that because they're obviously selling, they're selling Funko products on their website. But I thought I'd heard, or I I can't remember what, but I knew they were somehow like doing it in conjunction with Pop Figures. Yeah.
What?
I know. Going back to the overpriced thing. Now, as someone who's spent now probably over $1,000 at Pop Figures, if you like add up everything that I've bought from there, I like getting these really rarer pieces from there because they're the only place even better than eBay really. Whereas eBay, like theoretically, you can find anything on eBay, but a lot of Funko stuff on there. That if you want to see overpriced stuff, like you can go from the sublime to the ridiculous on eBay. You can see something that's obviously a Hong Kong or Taiwan ripoff.
Yeah.
To then something that someone's asking stupid money for.
Well,
and then after that, the more money you're paying for it on eBay, if it's coming from like America or somewhere, don't forget the more
I'd rather
on it as well. So that bumps the price up even more. With Pop Figures, what I like is you can pay it off in installments, interest free. And I know that's a different lay-by, but also you can do Klarna and ClearPay. So there's a few options there. And there's no other website really in the UK anyway. Whether there is in the US, like I suppose the nearest equivalent might be something like $7 a pop. Possibly.
Yeah, I was thinking those actually.
I don't know, but there's no other website like Pop Figures where if you really want these kind of grail level, for want of a better term, pops. The one place that's likely to have them in at some point is Pop Figures. And now Jason's camera's bust again. Oh, and his appearance suddenly improved loads, Wayne.
But I do like Pop Figures. You can get, like I say, all the hard stuff that you want, and it's going to be legit.
Yeah.
So I remember, the Myers family, they done a mystery box, and the Winter Soldier they got was a fake.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So it happens, but it's like I won the sloth from Mark Blunt, who owns Pop Figures, but it hasn't come with a con sticker. But I know it's legit, so it's come from like him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's ways of like verifying. If you've got a pop that's an expensive one and you think there might be something iffy about it, there are people and places you can turn to who can help you out to find out to verify. And I think with Pop Figures, I don't think they'd ever knowingly sell anything that was a bootleg. If they did, it would be by accident. So.
Exactly. But they buy so many.
Well, the overpriced thing, I can see where people are coming from by saying that, but what the bloody hell is he doing there? I can see where people are coming from with the some things I suppose are overpriced, but I think it depends what you're after. I mean, the only things I tend to be looking for now, mainly, apart from like stuff that I've pre-ordered elsewhere anyway, is like sort of higher end grails that I want to get and that I'm paying off over a few weeks anyway. So they're always going to be high priced because the value is high anyway. And to be fair, I'm not the world's biggest capitalist, but I know that pop figures have to make a profit their end as well. So they can't buy in a Donald Trump, say, for 60 quid and then sell it to me for 65 because there's just not enough of a markup there. They would have probably got that Donald Trump in for like, I don't know, probably half the price, probably like less than 30. And then I paid like 65 for it or whatever it was. And that's fine, because they are a business at the end of the day. I mean, they've got to make money. And if they're not making money, then they're going to go the way of like Odin's Vault, Monster Pop Toys, Blind Boxes. You're going to close.
I would much rather go with a reputable company that I know and pay that little bit extra to get what I want, rather than sort of doing a bit of a what should we say, chance in your arm, and going on eBay and all right, occasionally I'll go on eBay, but it's so much risk with eBay. I know you got covered by PayPal and stuff like that, but that in itself is the right fat for around trying to sort out.
Well, it can be, yeah. I mean, it does. I've opened a few claims on PayPal in my time, and they do get sorted out to my favour more often than not.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of waiting around and faffing to do. So yeah. But I'm still glad that there is that protection there with PayPal. That's why whenever there's like something that don't like accepting PayPal, I'm always like, oh well, that's a bit funny, but yeah.
I got my Winter Soldier from Pop Figures.
Yeah,
he's like a builder for like 6 months, but I thought I'd rather pay an extra couple of quid get from them than off Amazon for it to come damaged.
Yeah.
If it comes from Pop Figures, I can get a refund.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because Amazon is so dodgy.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, like Amazon, like if you complain to them that you've got like a really damaged pop or whatever, they could just say, "Well, we've not got any more in stock," or if they have, they can say, "Well, we'll send you replacements," and they'll just do the same again and send you one out that's so badly protected it comes as damaged as your first one does. So it doesn't solve anything, does it?
There was
new Star Wars 3-pack glow.
Oh yeah.
People have been getting plastic bags.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. And it's like, joke. I've had that with my Optimus Prime come damaged, sent it back or replacement, and that came damaged.
Yeah.
So, I swear some of them, and in fact, I think someone a while back had this happen, is they sent the pop out to get a replacement, and they got exactly the same one sent back.
Is that right?
Ridiculous. Well, what's the point of even complaining if they're not going to do subtle to help you out?
Yeah, it's been a lot. I used to look for pops, but this was back when I was getting more cheaper ones anyway. Yeah. So now that I don't tend to look at a lot of cheap, because the only cheap stuff I want now is like stuff that's new releases or pre-orders. Yeah, that's why I've been saying to you, Jason, about this Secret Santa. It's going to be very difficult for me to think of a list of
that's fair enough, mate. If you can't,
pops around the sort of £10 to £20 mark that I actually want, that I've either not already got or that I've not got on pre-order at Glass Shelf Collectibles.
Yeah, I will admit I've been struggling to an extent. There's stuff I can get. There is stuff I can get, but it's ones that I'm like, yeah, it'd be good to have, but I'm not that bothered, really.
Yeah, and I'd be the same. I'd be like putting things down that, like, well, if I wanted this, I probably would have bought it ages ago, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I will admit I've waited a little bit on the Pop Rocks ones because of what we're hoping to do.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like the new year now when that gets when we're able to. But that's for me. That's more about just having a bit of fun in a video, really.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
every time I do a mystery box thing, like, I've not done a box battle in ages. Bloody hell, probably like my last one would have probably been with Scarlett, and she's not done anything on YouTube in donkeys.
Yeah.
But I always say I never expect to get anything that I remotely want.
No,
with the pop rocks, yeah, I know I'm going to get some stuff that I'm interested in because it's in a collection that I really enjoy. But knowing me, I fully expect to probably get stuff that I've already got anyway. But
well, yeah.
With it being a box battle and with having like 3 other YouTubers involved, and the fact that the price, £7 each isn't exactly a fortune.
No,
I thought, just as a one-off kind of thing, it'll be
yeah.
I don't mind
something
like that, with like certain stipulations and stuff. I think it'll be all right.
No,
the trouble is, at the moment, we're waiting for a restock from Pop Figures, and that, like I say, I've got a feeling that's probably going to be at least.
No, the only ones I'm really concerned about now, as far as that in that regards, anyway, is the 3 Iron Maiden ones. I would like those, especially get that chase as well. But yeah, it's really difficult sort of trying to come up with stuff that is, I suppose, relatively new in comparison and cheap. I am going to be difficult. But I said to you, mate, if you want to, I'm sure Wayne doesn't mind, right? If you want to put something on there other than just Funkos, then feel free to do so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I would put on there, because, like I say, I don't want to start putting things like, because obviously the only other things that I collect a lot of really are records, and it's. I don't want to put put that pressure on whoever's buying.
Yeah, if they don't know enough about it.
Yeah, like they'll be like, oh God, well, where am I going to get this from? And is this the right sort of thing? I mean, So it's
well, like we said, we can do that. We can do that as a separate thing anyway.
Yeah, we can do some sort of record swap. Really, any time you.
Yeah, don't have to be for Christmas.
Really, within reason. Yeah.
Medical record.
Swap medical records. Yeah, I'll see.
Oh, bloody hell.
Bloody hell, Jason's. It's like a fucking great encyclopedia.
Yeah. What was I going to say? No, but I mean, if there's other Funko things, like I know. You only really want the ad icons when it comes to the sodas.
Yeah,
but that's fair enough.
I like the sodas; they're fun, but I'm not going too far down that rabbit hole. And to be fair, after the ad icons, I mean, I don't know what sodas I'd want. At one point, I was briefly contemplating collecting the Marvel Lucha ones, but to be fair, and I know a lot of people don't like the Marvel Lucha Pops, and I do, but I collected that line, and I'm glad I've got it. But I don't love them so much that I feel I have to have the sodas as well.
I think if I was going to go for sodas now, it would be more for the animation ones.
Yeah, and to be fair,
because some of them look better than the Pops.
Yeah. So if you on your list you put down a load of animation sodas, I think you'd probably be all right there actually.
Yeah.
Fair. So yeah,
anything like that,
in the group by all means, because like there might be 1 or 2 people in there who aren't who think it's just got to be Pops and nothing else, like
Yeah.
So you could always say to them, "Oh, don't forget everyone, if you want sodas and stuff, just like make sure you add them to your list." Daub. I know you can't really get brand new Daubs anymore because they've been discontinued.
Yeah, they seem to stop making them now, haven't they?
Yeah, I think because the sodas have taken off so well. I just think like lines that were always a bit Marmite anyway, like the Daubs and the vinyl.
Well, the vinyl. I was going to say the vinyl. Yeah,
I always loved the vinyl 2-packs. I think they're great, but a lot of people weren't that keen on them either. And I was thought the reason money as well, because you're always guaranteed to get 2 figures with those.
The only reason I was saying about the sodas because they're smaller and they take up less space as well.
Yeah, and it's like that fun. It's like sort of a bit like a gambling kind of element. Like, oh, am I going to get the chase or?
Yeah.
So there's always that kind of anticipation as well. So it's I've got to give Funko credit really. I mean, I'll criticize them on a lot of things, but you know, whoever come up with a soda idea, I think, you know, they were onto a good one there, to be honest.
Yeah, I know they probably won't, but I'd love for them to bring back pint-sized heroes because I thought they were great.
I'm never that arsed, to be honest.
I thought they were nicely done. They were different enough to, you know, be collectible. And even one I've got ones. Okay, admittedly, I got given them. I might not have gone out and bought them, but I've got a couple of Jungle Book ones, and I've not got rid of them. I've kept them because I like them. So you know, but yeah, you just have to think about it, mate. I mean, I know you're not really one for CDs anymore, but is it CDs you want?
Well, there again, like I do buy CDs, but I mean, I'm waiting for a couple of CDs on pre-order from Amazon in November, actually, like an Oasis one, new live album, well, not new, but you know, a new release, and something else like relating to Rammstein.
Yeah.
So I always collect those sort of things on CD, and the Oasis thing comes with a documentary DVD as well, about Nebworth. So.
Yeah, yes, that was Nebworth Live, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, that's the one. The Nebworth '96 album.
Wasn't there two different versions?
There's a few. There's like you can get like a Blu-ray on its own, which I thought about.
Yeah.
Well, if I get the CD that comes with a DVD, the DVD is going to be fine, and it's all in the one set then. Yeah. Rather than buy a CD and then a Blu-ray separately, it didn't make as much sense.
Didn't they do I know you hate the word, but didn't they do a vinyl release for it as well?
I think it's coming out on LP as well. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have anything against that, Jason. Why would I? I like live albums. I got a Ghost live album.
No, I just thought you might prefer that as opposed to the CD.
Well, it depends on who it is. Thing is, like most of my Oasis collection, I've got their first, what would it be, 6 albums on mini disc, and then the rest of them I've got on CD. So I'm just like, for me, it's like that particular part of the collection. It's like carried on as CD. So I might as well just like keep it in that format.
Well, I suppose it's like me because I want that new Iron Maiden album.
Yeah.
So and I've got all of those on CD.
And then, and there's other acts like Pet Shop Boys. I'll always collect them on CD. Right, I've got a Pet Shop Boys 12-inch single, but that's because it only came out on 12-inch, and I had an Amazon voucher as well. And Depeche Mode as well. They're someone I collect them on CD, and I've got a few Blu-rays and DVDs of their concerts as well. But, you know, so it depends. But you know, acts that I've got into more recently, like Ghost and Picture Plane, I have been trying to get all or as much as I can on record. But I've been getting into those acts since I've started collecting records again. Anyway, whereas acts like Oasis, Pet Shop Boys, Depeche Mode, New Order, I suppose as well. Although I do.
Hey, Leroy.
Evening Frammers, then you know it tends to be CD, but just out of habit, I think a lot of it. You know, I do like getting stuff on record, but certain things, Beatles as well. They're someone else I tend to get on CD. Although I have got that lovely. Don't know if you remember it, because it must be about a year and a half since I bought it. That lovely Beatles 7-inch box set that I got from W.H. Smith, and that was something that I wouldn't have been able to afford back then unless I paid it off via lay-by. So you know, that's such a nice set that it really is. I wish I'd shown it to you properly actually when you were here, because it was.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
We were too busy having a good
the video's off anyway. I mean, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's old one now anyway.
My thing is, if I get stuff on album, it's either like, well, as you know, the older stuff, or I don't know if you know, I did order that De La Soul special edition.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm looking forward to. That should be coming out next month. with the multicolored record.
Good evening, Abby, the Queen, Ethelberg in his house.
It's a sexy duo.
The sexy. You're on about Lee and Abby, not you and Jason. I take it.
No, bloody hell not.
I'll shorter there.
Jason and Dave.
Right, moving on. Yeah, no. You know, I went through a habit. This must have been in the early 90s. Well, yeah, because when I used to be into Def Leppard, and I would go out and I'd buy the single on every format. Right, and yes, the album would be predominantly on CD, but if they did a picture disc version or they did, you know, I don't know, etched or whatever, I'd have to get that as well as to be, you know, complete the set. And yeah, that got a little bit silly.
Yeah,
I will still do it if it's limited edition or something like that. You know, I've got Postal Gasmic Chill by Skunk Anansi on CD.
Jason say he went through a Hobbit. Oh, he's been through many Hobbits in his time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
a habit.
Not and Action Toys, TK Man. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, TK Maxx. I don't associate them with like anything more than clothes, really. But yeah,
mine doesn't really do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I found that a lot down my way. You know, everyone gets like stuff in Lidl's and Tesco's and Sainsbury's, all the rest of it, and we just don't get them. We just don't get them down here.
No, we don't. We get fuck all around here.
Yeah. You know, you go and see the people who've got these lovely, nice big displays of exclusives and things. You think, bloody hell, why don't I get that in mine?
Yeah,
Jammy gets.
London shit, my area.
Bloody hell. You can't find anything in London, in the London area, Wayne, then...
Yeah.
We're so rubbish, and you know, you still do like on advertising stuff. Get this and get this in Tesco, whatever. Not in mine.
When you did your holiday vlogs, Wayne, that little place, I think it was the one in Rill that you went to. That looked really nice. That little shop did.
Yeah.
I think it was the one in Rill. Because I know you went to Liverpool as well, but like you went to like Worlds Apart there, didn't you? And that's basically Forbidden Planet. But that little independent place in Wales, I really enjoyed seeing that. There looks to be really good stuff in there.
They've got a Facebook page.
Yeah, I think I looked them up.
And that's
again, you got an issue with a lot of these places that it's mainly the new stuff. There isn't anything, if you like, not grail, but you know, gap filling, shall we say? That a lot of these places do it. It's just the standard pops that everywhere gets.
I've no interest in most of the, you know, like whatever's coming out. I mean, it's so much Marvel and Star Wars that come out, and obviously I've got no interest in the vast majority. Leroy Wayne can only see what's on the bottom shelves. Abby, but Toys R Us is coming back. Yeah, I know we actually talked about that a little bit earlier. I think. Well, first of all, Abby, don't forget whereabouts that story was shared from. It was shared from the Sun, so I wouldn't put anything that the Sun reports on. I believe it when I see it. Is the polite way of putting it.
Yeah.
And also, I think with Toys R Us, it's for me personally, and your mileage will probably vary, but for me personally, there's no great excitement because all it is a toy shop like the Entertainer or Smith's, and like, you know, what are they going to sell anything interesting for me? No, because like everywhere else doesn't. I have to go looking on places like Pop Figures and that for what I want, and eBay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They, aside from Pops, one thing I did find with Toys R Us is they would get occasionally they get like some really, really nice collectibles in. I mean, I don't I don't go out of my way to get a lot of that kind of stuff, but occasionally you'll see something you think, oh, that's too good to just pass up, and you won't see it anywhere else. It's not necessarily exclusive; you just won't see it.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is that, I mean, initially it's going to be Australia, I believe they said, and there'd be the website for that, and then gradually bringing the stores back in next year. Now, I hope
you want Woolworths, exactly, Woolies, yeah. Especially the ones which had a cafe upstairs as well. They were the best Woolies. They were.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
Leroy I saw that comment earlier. I was waiting for Jason to stop droning on. Great indie shop in Faversham. They're the place. I mean, as I keep saying, I can't really get out very much now. But they're the sort of place, like the one Wayne saw in Rill and that place in Faversham. That for me, they're the places to go pop hunting. It's like, for me, if Toys R Us, if they open 50 branches in this country next year, which they won't, they'll probably open one somewhere, and they might, if that's successful, they'll roll it out, and it'll take bloody years for them to build up again. But it's the little independent comic shops and stuff like that. And to be fair, I mean, I wouldn't call them a massive chain, but I'd say Forbidden Planet International, I always have fun looking in there. I think they've got, Worlds Apart / FPI, but I wouldn't call them a chain. They're just like sort of find some sort of middle ground. They're not like a, they're not like a chain with like dozens of shops all over the country. No. But like they're not just like one little independent store.
Well, even the main Forbidden Planet hasn't got a massive amount of stores.
No, but the old Chesterfield Woolworths had a cafe. Yeah. I used to love going in there on a Saturday and having a Fanta and maybe what I eat there. I don't think I had. They did food, obviously, but I think mainly I'd just go for like a drink and like maybe a bag of crisps or something. Old Chesterfield Woolworths had a lovely cafe on the top floor. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Brings back some memories that.
Yeah. No, the only thing I was going to say about Toys R Us was that when they do come back, they need to improve the way that they display stuff, because it was just like walking in a really great big warehouse, wasn't it?
Well,
when I went to the States, they had.
I mean, is it going to be a different company that just happened to have the Toys R Us license to use in like Europe?
I believe so.
It could be a completely different thing. I mean, obviously, Toys R Us in Canada was obviously a different proposition to the one in America because the ones in America closed down when the ones here did, but the ones in Canada for some reason survived. I don't know how it worked really. To be honest.
No.
But it's completely different anyway. If and when it comes, if it comes back and it's a success, then that's great. But it's not something that fills me with massive excitement, to be honest. Like,
well, as I say,
I wish it would, but if Toys R Us, if the stuff I could get from Toys R Us, like, and I can get like anywhere else online, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. No, I just hope they make it a bit more of a shopping experience, because I know it doesn't exist anymore. But the one in Times Square in New York, you go in that, you compare it to what the Southampton one was like. It's so completely and utterly different. I don't know if I ever put the footage up on YouTube. I can't remember. But they had a really great big Ferris wheel. There was this life-size T-Rex in there. There was a little like sweetie cafe thing. Do the old pick and mix, but you could also sit down and just chat with people. The DVD section, you had a couch, and you could sit down and watch one of the films or whatever.
Yes, Abby, I've seen pops in Waterstones actually. We've got a little Waterstones in Chesterfield, like compared to some of the Nottingham Waterstones, like massive. Not I've been in it in years, but the one in Chesterfield's quite small, really. But they had a few pops in, And like they always seem to be like a few in the Harry Potter or Fantastic Beasts line.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, I've not been in anywhere really for a long time, so they might have a slightly different range now.
I don't even know if we've.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we've got a Waterstones anymore.
No, that's what Harry Potter stuff they do.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because it's book related.
Yeah, I love. I mean, when I've been to America, I mean, this was before like Funko was even a thing, really. But one of my favorite things to do was go to Barnes and Noble and like just browse like all the books that I wanted to buy, or just some that I wanted to flick through, and then any that I was just going to flick through while I was there, but not buy. Just go and have a coffee and just sit. You know, nobody minded. Like you could just like take.
That's what they need to do.
Go and order a drink and just sit and sit for hours on like a nice comfy chair as well, reading a book that you're not even going to buy. You bought a coffee or a soft drink or whatever, and that's
there was some.
You'd love Barnes and Noble, you would, Abby, not just because I'm heir to the company or half the company. That bloody Noble's going to get the other half.
There was a comic.
Leroy gets the online thing, but it's called go to physical. No. I agree, and you know how gutted I was about missing MCon, especially when I saw the video footage and the Sex Pistols were there as well, and like I would have definitely 100% bought those if I were there.
Yeah,
I would have, even if I had to sell a kidney on. I would have, because how much I want. I still keep checking pop figures to see if they get them in, and there's something I daren't get off eBay because I just keep bootlegs.
They looked in remarkably good condition.
Yeah, I think the price for 3, and I would have probably tried to barter them down a little bit. I probably wouldn't have been successful, but I might have said, "Can you give me a best price on them?" So I might have got them for even cheaper than what they were listed at. I think they were listed at what?
What we'll have to do next time for you, mate, right, is if we go and you decide, you can't go again or whatever, right? We'll look for stuff for you. You have to give us a list. We'll look for stuff for you. So how much you're willing to pay. We'll see.
There again next year, Chase. Like, get them for me.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'll make sure I've saved up. I'll make sure I've saved up enough in advance, just in case.
Yeah. I said to us because there's stuff that Justin wanted and stuff, and I said, well, you let me know.
Yeah.
Right, because he wanted.
You've got like a load of American postage to pay, so it's going to be like even worse
value. Yeah, no, but I mean, if he's happy to do it, then that's fine.
Yeah, although if you noticed, I think Justin's like complaining of a few financial issues at the moment. So
yeah,
that's he could say to you one week like, "Oh yeah, like help me out, look for something," and then like a couple of weeks later or whatever, it's like, "Well,
it was things like
for a while."
It was the thing that the Jonathan Rhys Davies autograph. Right. No, I could. If I'd known, I could have got him one, and sent it out.
Shit! Please tell me I'm not going next year with Jay. Yeah, of course you are. That's going to be your annual.
I don't even know what I'm doing this year, mate, for different things, let alone next year. So.
I'll be back to bed in a second.
And you loved it, so shut
up. You're off to bed. You're off to bed, are you, Wayne?
No, Logan.
Oh, Logan's off to bed. Oh, right, okay.
Oh. See you later, Logan.
I never said
They're off to bed anyway.
Barney says good night.
Lies.
So my battery's
Jason, you're so good-natured and lovely. Oh, bloody hell. He's got a big enough head as it is, although mainly that's because like his head's too big for his tiny body, really.
No, I behaved myself relatively when I was there. Ripped the piss out of Lee, obviously, but I mean, you've got to, haven't you?
Right, I should anyway, guys.
All right, mate. Lovely
you're off, are you? All right, then, Wayne. Thanks for joining us tonight, mate. Appreciate it.
See you later, bye.
Ta-da, mate.
Yeah, we were saying about you getting into comics, Lee. Whether you wanted the originals or whether you just wanted to read the story of the boys. What's he doing now? Turn your phone off, Wayne.
I think it looks like it's frozen.
Yeah.
Bye.
Do you want me to hang you up, Wayne? Is that what? There we go.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, if you want those,
I don't want to hang people up unless it's
if you want those boys comics, Lee, I will have a look and see what I've got. I don't think I've got any left, but I might do.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah. If you want the comic to read, get the graphic novel.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you want it to, if you want like a collector's piece, like a Funko Pop, but obviously it's a comic, just to have, as like a nice, edition of something. Then I get it, but
yeah,
I
would say to you, mate, be very, very selective in what you get. Very selective, because once you get down that wormhole, it's so difficult to get out of. It took me ages to get rid of a lot of my books.
Wormhole, you talked about them.
They just sit there doing nothing.
Yours again, Jace. That
sorry.
When you said wormhole, I just thought about those that fly hole opening.
Yes, mate. All right, rabbit hole then, whatever. Right. But no, it can get out of control. I had thousands upon thousands of the bloody things, boxes and boxes and boxes, all stashed away. And I thought, in the end, well, when am I ever going to get to read all this lot? I'm not. So what's the point?
The thing. It was like I was saying to you earlier. All the comic. I don't sub to any specific comic chat. Well, there's one, but it's kind of like a spin-off of his pop stuff, actually.
Yeah.
But all the people who I watch who like do comic related stuff, they're not buying them to read. They're just buying to like collect them, and because they like the artwork and stuff.
Yeah.
I see. Well, so you've got two that are like more for display purposes, or what I would call like just for collecting's sake. But, for anything old that you want to actually read, I would, my advice would always be, well, get the graphic novel. It's going to work out a lot cheaper. And
most of them you'll pay
to the boys that you do want to collect the actual original comics as like collectible pieces, then fair enough. But
the graphic novels, you'll probably spend about 15 to 20 quid on, depending on what it is. But even those can go up in price if they go out of print, because graphic novels will quite often go out of print as well. Also, if you're going to go and get originals, then you might as well go for first prints, and you have to be very careful because you get slightly different covers. You've got variant covers. You've got holographic covers. It's and buy it. Don't buy it for investment purposes. Buy it because you like it.
Well, yeah. Every comic video I watch now, I tend to learn something new about either grading or about various.
I don't get grading myself.
And I thought record collecting were quite a minefield, but comics are even worse, really.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing I've got no. I mean, I know I did buy a couple of graphic novels not too long ago, but that's because they were based on a TV series that I've loved since I was a kid. But
that makes perfect sense.
But that wasn't sort of me sort of saying, right, I'm getting into graphic novels and comics in a big way now. That was just like a one-off thing, really. But like I said, sometimes I do get tempted, like because I like the Captain America films, and I'm also quite fond of Batman. I sometimes think, well, maybe I should get some more graphic novels and stuff. But
but
as for collecting comics, because I can't get into all that because it'd be too much of a
that in itself is a bit of a weird thing, because I say graphic novels, right? Graphic novels to me are original stories, right? Yes, they may be in a hardback or whatever, but they're original stories rather than a collection of previous issues, right? And they do tend to call those trade. It all kind of falls under the same thing, but that's more trade paperbacks, right, or trade hardbacks. So again, that's something else you've got to look out for, because some of the stories you'll only be able to get in that big book format.
Yeah, like I say, it's a whole new thing. But I'm enjoying seeing other people, people like Stormcore who've got into him quite recently. I like seeing him get his comic mystery boxes, and like I said, there's this American guy who mainly does pops, but he's got like a second channel now, and he went to New York Comic Con, and I think did he say he spent something like $4,000 just
Bloody hellfire.
on comics? Yeah, I mean he's got a shop though and stuff like that, but even so, these are like the majority for his own collection, and he's spending thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
on, like these old
no,
gold. I didn't even know what gold and silver and bronze age meant until quite recently.
Yeah.
I know now, Jay. I'm not asking for.
I won't go into it. No, I won't. No.
Well, yeah.
No, the only thing I've got that I'm really definitely keeping of mine is the Kingdom Come box set. Simply because it's an amazing story. it's signed by the artist and the writer, and it all comes in like a leather-bound
Francis, can I use the word Grail on one of my comics I've got? No,
you technically could.
No, don't encourage him, Jace.
Yeah, I know. He says Grail at the drop of a hat, but
bloody hell, he's been collecting comics for 5 minutes and he's got a Grail or it.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I mean, fair enough. If you, Tom, are saying you're getting the original Detective Comics #1 or something like that, yeah, that you can consider a Grail because it's hardly anybody's got one.
What is this Grail then? Or were you just saying that just to take the?
Yeah, go on, get it out of your system. You know you want to.
Let us know what it is, and if it's a really impressive thing. I mean, Jason will know.
Well, possibly.
You've got 3 on order, not 2 for display. I mean, the display ones. I mean, they sound like they're going to be ones that maybe would be like a slightly higher value, assuming the condition and they've been graded at
the main reason for getting displays is because of the brilliant artwork. Getting that Kingdom Come thing.
It's surprised me a little bit. Like all the comic collectors I've been watching lately, like most of them. I mean, they'll be saying now and again, "Oh, like I will read this or that," but most of the stuff they get, it's like they just get it for the cover and then just to keep inside the bag.
It is the artwork. A lot of it. As I said, the Kingdom Come stuff. I love the story anyway, but it's done by a chap called Alex Ross, and he hand paints everything. So each panel is a painting, rather than drawing and then someone else colouring it and da-di-da-di-da. It's all done, and he uses real people to model his characters on. Very, very good. So if you get any of those covers, yes, I can understand having them on display.
Go on, Leroy. We're waiting for the exclusive. It's going to reveal what it is.
Drum roll.
Yeah. Jason's fapping away madly over his keyboard.
Or masturbate furiously, as my mate says.
God, he's keeping us in suspenders here. Look at it.
Come on, get the fuck on with it then. I ain't got all bloody night.
I bet he's double checking his order. What is it I got?
He's probably forgot what it is.
Grail, he forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting that for years. Well, what is it? Hold on, let me just check.
Abby, stop him for fuck's sake.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Delay on the. No shit. Is it not coming up? Well, that's come up, and then delay on the chat. I don't think. No, I think he's playing with us. I don't think he's. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got, especially your display comics from us. That's. It's like I say, I've been enjoying watching other people's comic stuff lately.
But no, that thing where they send it off to be graded, and then it comes in a plastic sleeve with a blooming certificate of authentication, all that. I can't be doing with that.
Right, he did. He ordered the #1 issue of the
of what? Of the boys.
Yeah. So he got.
Are you sure? Right? Are you sure? It's the proper one and not that comic book day one I said to you about. because you're looking at 75 quid plus if you ordered it, and I'll be coming to your funeral next week, mate.
So one's worth like 75, and the other one's worth like presumably bog all then.
Oh well, it depends. I mean, some of the the second and third issues or whatever. It depends on.
It's not the free comic book day one, okay?
It is a free comic book day one. Yeah, that. I mean, it's a good cover. It's a good cover. There's not because it's exactly
not the free comic book day one, Jason.
Sorry.
He said it isn't that one. He said it's the proper one.
He said, oh, yes, it's not. Sorry, I thought it was, yes, it is. Right, okay, fair enough.
You can see how confusion starts really easily in Jason's mind, can't you?
Well, it goes, right, you should have said, no, it's not a comic film.
Oh, look,
right?
You're bloody hell,
there we
go. I'm going to go at someone about their speech and grammar.
No, my speech is fine. It's my typing that's shit.
Well, I would dispute that.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
you'll have to show us, mate.
I'm assuming you've spent around what it's worth. Jason says it's worth around.
I'm sure it was something like. Let me double check a minute whilst you're chatting away. Right.
It's got a reason on this exactly. So if you want to read that comic series, because it does sound like a good comic series, I've watched the show and I enjoyed the show. So
the show is very toned down. It's still brilliant, and there's still a lot that I'm surprised they got away with. But it's very toned down.
I don't know. I can't see Leroy just settling down for a few hours with a book. That's the thing. I know you can read, Fran, but it's not that. It's just like I know what you're like. You seem like someone who's always on the go somehow and always want.
Yeah.
I can't see you sat quietly, just sort of like reading for a while.
Also, it depends on who it's printed by. I believe the first one has got a Wildstorm logo on it.
Wildstorm logo. Right, okay.
Wildstorm, yeah, that's the name of the comic company that first released it.
Definitely reading, you'll get the yeah. It's like I got them prisoner graphic novels, and I did look on eBay briefly just to have a look how much the separate comics were going for, and I thought I want these for reading. Like if I got the comics, so it's like I'm paying loads more. I mean, not loads and loads because they're not valuable comics really, but I just thought, nah, I just want the graphic novels because I want to read them.
Yeah, they've got on eBay. They've got volumes 1 to 6, right? For 25 quid thereabouts. Well, so you got a good way to get them. Yeah, there we are. The Boys' first print, Wildstorm Comics, £75.
Mm.
And that's for pre-owned one. Well, I mean, I wouldn't imagine anyone's got one that's never been opened or.
Long, you're right.
Yeah.
Use it as a toilet book.
Yeah,
best place. One of the best places to read, really, on the bog. Like, you need a big old. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here, talking about doing to Jason, obviously. But
they've also got, depending on which version you want, they've got the Boys Omnibus Volume 1, which has got a photo cover, done more like the TV series than the actual original artwork.
I mean, if he's getting that for reading rather than as a collection piece, I don't suppose it would really matter too much, would it?
And you need to make sure that if you start getting into the Boys, you make sure you buy Hero Gasm as well, because that's all connected.
Hero Gasm,
yeah, and it's as it sounds. I won't spoil the story, but let's say that superheroes aren't everything you believe them to be.
It's something you
it's Wildstorm.
You had a lot of fun with, Jason, once you gave up all your Samantha Fox scrapbooks, was it, rather? You dirty old dog.
Well, I wasn't dirty old bloke at the time, was I?
Well, no.
There you go.
Samantha Fox was still a dirty slosh.
Oh, she is. Yeah, I've heard some stories about her as well.
What did you see her on that reality show? It must have been about like
I don't watch reality shows.
Well, no, neither. I never watched the actual show, but I saw clips of it like for years afterwards. Like she was absolutely steaming drunk all the time, and she had like basically almost like a fist fight with this like poor fella, and like she looked fucking deranged. And I'm like, God, this is how Jason used to milk himself to. Fucking hell. Right.
No, she was never known for being the brightest flipping knife in the drawer, was she? Let's be honest. I think that's why these days I prefer people like Linda Lusardi. She had a bit of a personality.
Yeah.
Right.
She in,
what's her name? Melinda Messenger. She was a nice lass as well.
Yeah. The boys comic you bought, you don't. No. If it's a collector's, I would leave it in its bag and board. You don't want to. As soon as you take that out of its bag and put your finger marks on it,
make sure that the bag and board that it's coming, if it's not a sealed one, right, i.e. in Perspex or whatever, then make sure you get yourself some acid-free ones, because otherwise they'll just eat away at the comic.
Yeah, I have heard that recently. That's something else I've learned, that like, you know, some of those bags.
I can't remember the name of the company, but the ones that are very, very good, very well known brand, and you usually get them in places like Forbidden Planet, and it's the ones that they normally use, because you might get one, you know, if you got it off of eBay or Amazon or something like that, they could have put any old cardboard or shit in there. So be careful.
Yeah, well, some good tips here. I mean, I don't give Jason credit for a lot of things, but I think he knows his stuff when it comes to keeping comics nice. So, some good advice to be taken here, Framp.
Yeah.
The boys comic, you've been looking to a DIY slot. Oh, a DIY one. Ah, interesting. I'd be a little bit worried. For something like that, although.
Yeah, if you're really worried about doing that, I would even spend the extra and send it off and get it graded and everything.
Yeah,
with a certificate of authenticity. If I wouldn't do it myself, I wouldn't. I'd leave it alone. I really wouldn't do it myself, because I've never tried, right, and I don't know what's involved with it. I won't pretend that I do. But that sounds to me like you're at a high risk of damaging the comic if you fuck it up.
Yeah, I know there's like tutorials and stuff like on the internet, but it does seem like, I mean, I know someone like Leroy, he is pretty good with his hands, and you know, if anyone's going to do it well, then I'm sure he will. But like, if it's your very first time and it's like it's something you've spent,
I would
advise a little bit of caution there.
Yeah, I'd go and get yourself.
You could. I know it's not exactly, makes the whole thing even more expensive, but you could send it off and get it done professionally, and then then they'll give it a grading as well, won't they?
Yeah, I will have to have a look, mate. I'm pretty sure Forbidden Planet still sell them. If I find it, I'll let you know. But yeah, I mean, what you've got may be fine. That may be what the person's using. I don't know where you got it from. But if it's a reputable comic shop, then you're probably fine. Right? You also may want to consider going for the bags with the peel-off tape. If you're never going to open it again, go for those, because it seals better than putting a bit of sellotape on the back.
Yeah, I think something that you've bought at that price that's going to be a collector's piece, you don't want to take out of its bag, even temporarily. You can see the cover, and like I think, I don't know. I mean, I'd be like, I would be tempted, like, because I'd want to look at the back at least as well, maybe. And yeah, it's
if it's
your
bags
or whatever.
I
know different collectors do different things, so it's down to whatever you want to do with your own stuff, I suppose. But I know most comic collectors, like the hardcore ones, they say if you've got a fairly valuable or treasured piece, leave it in a good acid-free bag.
There we are. Comic Care are good. or collector line. Just basically Frammers. Just go on Forbidden Planet and just type in comic bags or backing boards. Okay, you get 100 bags is £5.39.
Oh, that's pretty cheap, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, and the other thing, of course, is you can get the stack boxes to put them all in as well. If you really want me to send you the link, then I will get them for you and I'll send them at a later date. But you should be able to find them on Forbidden Planet easy as anything. But yeah.
Right.
There you go, Comic Care. They're the ones that I've used quite a lot.
Right.
I don't know if they're 100% acid free, but they may well say on there.
Right. I'm ready for a drink, and
yes,
I'm quite late, so this is probably a good time to wrap it up. I just wanted to. I remembered something actually, Jason. Just before we go, I wanted to. I mean, probably won't have any interest, but you might have a little look over the weekend. I don't know, but from today till Sunday, hiphop.com, the website. I've bought a couple a couple of Biggie and Tupac records from there. Well, they've got free postage till Sunday, which doesn't. I mean, it depends on what you get, really. It doesn't sound.
Hiphop.com is that?
Yeah, just hiphop.com. They've
got I think I have used
Sunday.
Seen them before. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything that I'm massively after.
Well, nor could I, but I still went on the site today, and actually I had a couple of pickups. So
yeah, is it? What did you say? 20% off?
No, it's just free postage. So like
free postage. Yeah, and sign up and get 10% off as well.
Yeah, so it's worth signing up. So yeah, there's.
Well, I'll do an H to Z of.
I mean, you could either use the 10% discount or free, depending on what you were spending and what works out better value.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways, getting the free postage works out better than 10% anyway. I think it did for me today anyway.
Yeah. No, that's fair play, Lee. Again, like I said for you, just go for what you want. Yeah. I do know that when I've ordered them, there's a character I like, but you'll get a certain writer, and they don't really get the character, right? Or you'll get some with like really, really shoddy artwork, and it's like how the hell they get paid for doing it? Because you get all like scratchy stuff. It might work for some comics, but it doesn't always work for what they're they're doing necessarily.
Yeah,
so,
cheers.
Buy
Andrew.
what you like.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone else who's been in and out this evening. My mouth feels like Gandhi's flip flop, so I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and maybe see if there's any YouTube to catch up on before bed.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, and good luck with the boys and the other comics and stuff. Can't wait to see them, Leroy. I'll be interested to watch those, certainly, mate. So just let us know. Keep in touch. Don't be a stranger and all that.
All that malarkey, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll say goodbye now. Thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully see you in a week's time.